started the recording. I'm going to start with the Trek music. Whenever you are ready, Captain.
Okay, this is gonna be a short one. Captain's log, stardate 54522.7. We've been contacted by a Dr. Wallum Scher, an expert in the field of theoretical warp field dynamics. He has requested Starfleet assistance for his latest project, and his request has been approved pending inspection by my crew. End log.
Alright, so before I actually get into anyone wanting to do things, we are actually going to start off in the Hadfield sickbay. None of this, where we are gonna have at this point probably Dr. Maselli, unless the doctor has someone else on this. You're giving the captain sort of one last good look over, because despite being mostly able to do some of his duties over the past few days, you've still had him checking in after, everything that happened on Andon's Landing. He was bedridden for a good few days, and then even after that, he's needed to come in for checkups. But if all goes well, this should be the last time he has to come in here.
Sure, I was bedridden, but I was awarded the medal for exceeding stupidity and bravery.
Oh my god. Do not remind me. Actually, did I give you anything for that, Jacoby?
You gave me a milestone because I spent a milestone and a determination, I think.
Hang on.
Actually, I spent 2 milestones, yeah.
Okay.
Because I just hoard those. I don't spend them.
Yep. Got it. Okay. So yeah, you're there on the bed, and presumably Dr. Maselli, but if the doctor wants one
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Well, Captain, I guess this is it. I know you're not going to listen to this advice, but I strongly recommend you never do anything like that again.
Jeez, Doc, what's next? You're gonna tell me to stop drinking as well?
Yes, I do recommend that.
Well, you were right in your assumption that that's probably never going to happen. But I'm glad to be finally getting out of here. I've been feeling like a test dummy for nurses all day long. I'll cast a glance over to the nurse. Yeah, nurse, I'm talking about you.
Don't you insult my staff like that.
You tell your staff they need to get better CPR methods.
My staff is the only reason why you're alive right now, sir.
Be that as it may. Anyway, what progress on the Borg patient?
We've made continuing progress over the past few days, but hopefully today we'll make an additional breakthrough. We should begin as soon as you exit.
Wow, is that a cue, Doctor?
No, sorry, I just meant, I assume as soon as this scene wraps up.
No. Say no more, Doctor. I'll get out of your hair.
Okay.
I'll plug the tubes out of myself forcefully and walk out of the sickbay.
Sorry.
I can tell where I'm not wanted. Yeah, so I'll return to my quarters.
Very well.
Yet the captain's hurt.
Okay. So, after, I don't know, probably 20 minutes or so, even though he's not here, we'll say it's Jueza doing so. Jueza returns with, your patient in tow. And
Alrighty.
With the help of one of the nurses, they strap him down. And we shall begin. You are at one current breakthrough, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it's down to difficulty 4.
No, I think it started at. No, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's diff 5. I keep the difficulty of the extended task the same, just so that I can remember where we started, and then I just subtract the number of breakthroughs.
Right.
Just
Okay. We don't have any momentum. So I will give you a threat for a third time.
Okay, and we have 5 players today, so that gives me. So I'm at 11, and let me see, what did we have? So this is control medicine or engineering. If you want one of your staff to assist or use any of your are you going to use your sickbay advantage?
What would that give?
It's an advantage that means you can do a number of things with an advantage. The most basic of them is lowering the difficulty. Or you could do something like lower the resistance instead. It depends. Depends on what you want to do with that advantage.
Sure, I will lower the resistance by 1.
It'll actually lower it by 2.
Okay, sorry.
That's
sure,
what
that
your
works.
advantage will do. You still have to make the difficulty 4 check, and I assume, are you going to activate a medical personnel?
Yes, I will activate.
I think you had one specifically for this.
Yes.
Raki.
Nurse Raki has cybernetics, which I assume applies here.
I think it might, because it specifically says in working on cybernetics, but I have to see whether or not she has to be leading for it to work. If so, you might not. You might not be able to do it if just because you might have to be the leader for that to kick in. Medical equipment. Here we go. Medical talents. Cyberneticist. Yeah, whenever a character attempts a task, which means that she has to be the leader. So, that does not come into play.
Okay.
But she can still roll, and she does have the cybernetics focus. Yeah.
I think I will give you 2 extra. No, wait. How much extra threat would it be for an extra die?
If you gave him 1, then it's 2.
Yeah,
if
so
you
you'd have to
him
give
2,
me 2.
then it's 3.
You'd have to give me 2 more, which I would then spend to increase the complication range.
2 more.
Up to you.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Okay. Your complication range for both parties, mind you, goes up by 1. Because I found out that you have to spend 2 threat to increase the complication range. I'd been doing it wrong.
Well, looks like it was a good decision on my part because I made the roll.
And that second roll is for Raki, I presume?
Yep.
Okay. Great. That is indeed enough success. You're spending your advantage to temporarily lower the resistance to 1. Roll your 7 challenge dice.
Alrighty.
Oh wow, okay.
So that's
2,
Dang.
2,
4,
4.
5, 6, 7 minus 1. That's 6 work. You get another breakthrough.
Awesome.
So you're now at 15 work. 2 breakthroughs. Again, another productive day. You still have a ways to go. You're not halfway through yet, but you encountered no problems.
Alright. Cool.
So I presume then Jueza's gonna take your patient and bring him out.
Yep. And, does the ship roll here?
Does it? Have we ever had it do it before? Ooh. Cannot remember.
I don't
I'll
even
quickly
know
pull
what
up
it
the
would be
chat log.
rolling.
I'll quickly pull up the chat log. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like I would have said it if it could, but if it does, I want to be fair with that. Oh, I just had it load. Okay, scrolling down. Dr. Miss. Oh no, that's older. I need to go back a bit because this was a couple weeks ago that we last did this. That's right. Oh boy, the Tereshkova has them roll a lot of dice. They roll a lot of dice on that game. Okay, this might... Oh, this might be it. I might be close. Yeah, because there's Rugan. I see Rugan. Ray, Rugan. Wait, oh, this is way back. No, this is way too far back. Boy, all this just to see if you guys get another...
Yeah, let's not worry about it.
Yeah,
Let's just see
I'll
now.
figure that out some other time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
I can tell you though, we didn't.
Oh,
We
okay.
didn't roll computers.
We didn't, or we did?
We did not.
Okay. Alrighty then. With that, did Tizonin want to work on his thing?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay. As Doctor's not there, Zero's not there. I haven't cleaned up like any of these maps. I assume Veloc's not there. I assume he's down in engineering doing his thing.
Well, if the captain has been in sickbay, I can be the one on the bridge.
Okay. Actually, that's good timing. So we'll assume no, not this very second. We'll come back to him. Tizonin, you're gonna do your thing, I assume.
Yes. Completely forgot what the roles were.
Yep. It's hang on. Well, I posted it to you. Control. Okay, control engineering, work track 9, magnitude 3, difficulty 2. You have... Are we sure? Oh, I don't know, because that seems a bit far back. I feel like you did more than that.
Let's see.
And then we didn't keep track of it. Great.
Right.
No, I feel like he only made 2 rolls because
Yeah, we haven't really worked on this lately.
no, the thing is because one of the episodes ended in a fight. So
Oh, that's right, and we didn't do it again the next time.
and then yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
So
I guess
it feels
is,
like it's longer than it's
Yeah.
been.
I guess it is still where it is then. Control engineering. Well, no, because you did do one at the end in system. Did you just not succeed? No, you did. You definitely did, and you definitely got a breakthrough last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't remember any of those stats, because of course I don't.
It's the big sad.
Did I... hold on. Okay, let me just quickly... Let me do this super quick. Scroll back. That's Elder. That's the next thing. Vogel. Jueza. Okay, hang on. I think... That's Kinnick. Okay, that's the medicine roll that you made, so it's a bit further back. I've almost got it. Because
Wow.
I might have posted it in the chat here when you did it last time. And that would explain it. Okay, here we go. Or at the very least I can figure out what Jacoby rolled, I think.
Me.
Yes, you. I'm figuring out what, or not. Sorry, not Jacoby. What
Tizoning.
Well, yes, what Tizonin did.
Don't worry, broski, I got you.
Okay. You rolled. Oh, you did only get. Oh, that might be it. I think you might have failed on the first attempt, but then you did make progress on the second attempt. You still don't have any breakthroughs. I think that's it.
Okay,
I
read a
got
roll.
my notes.
Huh?
I've written that he's got 2 breakthroughs so far.
Oh, he does? Wait, when did you write that down, though? Because that might be his old one. Oh, it's magnitude 3. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you actually have those stats, Volok?
I do not
Lock
have the
is
stats at the moment here. I have to go farther back.
Oh boy.
We need to go
Okay,
deeper.
so yeah, it was work track. Okay, so
Yeah, it was work track 9, magnitude 3,
yeah,
difficulty
magnitude
2. I just don't
3,
know how far
difficulty
he's
2
gotten.
work. 9 work done.
Yeah, okay, so you filled the... That's how he did it. Okay, he filled the work track, so now it's down to difficulty 0. Control engineering. Make that roll. Generate yourself some momentum. Oh
Do
my
it,
god.
please.
It's okay, though, because it was only difficulty 0.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Roll-
Wow.
Roll 4 challenge dice.
I am pure luck. I win.
Which is all you need. You have completed the extended task. Write this down on your character sheet. Improved cybernetic. And the
Okay.
way this is gonna work is I have the book right here. Normally you would take actually, here's how this is gonna work. If you ever have to take damage from your implant basically grants you a cover die. Like when you would take damage from like ship feedback, you roll 3, you take 3 challenge dice worth of damage. You get to roll a cover die to see if you don't take some amount of that damage. So you could technically still take all 3, but there's a chance that you could soak some of it.
Do you remember what the improved warp field did? Was it an extra dice during challenge rolls, or?
Hang on, I have the whole list, or I have the whole thing written out, and I'll copy it to you as a thing that I know that you guys can do. I just have to scroll back a little again in the chat logs with the other GMs because that's oh, here it is. I'll copy it into the Hadfield chat again. Oh, I misspelled resonation. That's one too many ANs.
To activate this. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
There aren't any ANs in resonation.
Jeez. Copy and paste that.
Mm-hmm. So Captain, you walk back onto the bridge. Boy, it's been a while.
Couple of weeks, yeah.
And wow.
First things first, who's sitting in my chair?
I am technically.
Yeah, is he sitting in the captain's chair? I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk up to the commander. Ah,
Captain,
Commander! So good to see you again. I see you gotten yourself nice and comfortable in my chair while I was away.
Simply doing my duty, sir. And I'll stand up.
Of
and
course.
just motion him to it.
Any incidents while I was away, Commander?
Nothing at the moment, sir.
Stellar job then, Commander. You are relieved for the time being. Go have yourself a break. I'll see you later, yeah?
Indeed, sir.
And I assume you're gonna head over to the turbo lift.
He's going to beam directly to engineering.
Yeah, just got like this.
Beam me directly down there.
Oh, I just realized looking at this map, these actually don't lead to turbo lifts.
Where
No,
do they
that's
live?
right.
Yeah,
Seriously.
that's my room. That's my
No,
room. If I
they
recall
just
correctly.
lead to the rest
Oh,
of
that's deck.
they just lead
Yeah.
to the rest of the deck.
We have a
Right.
tiny ass ship.
So you actually probably have to walk, like you probably have to turn a
Yeah,
corner.
there's some walking, and then I go down, and then yeah.
Oh, yeah. If I remember the Equinox episode correctly, yeah, I think that's accurate.
Yeah. I mean, there are turbo lifts practically outside of those doors, but those doors don't open into a turbo lift. I just realized. So you can actually leave through whichever doors you want. I just liken it to people probably leave through this door because there's probably the closer turbo lift, and this door is probably closest to where the captain's ready room is. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how I'm gonna logic this.
Tiny ship.
Tiny ship.
But if we have 8 decks,
I think it's something like that. You can kind of count them on that ship schematic in the back of the in the back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? 8 or 9.
1, 2, 3.
So, is there anything else anyone wants to do before you arrive at your destination?
I say let us arrive.
Alrighty. New scene. You would have lost any momentum you had generated anyway. Since Joyce is not here, I guess we can have Rugan do this. Rugan, give me a reason security assisted by the ship's sensors security, difficulty 1 brought down to difficulty 0.
Alright, give me just a moment.
Let's see if you generate any momentum.
Three
Well,
momentum.
dang.
Oh. And the ship's sensors security?
Coming up.
And I think you can even re-roll that. Because I think, Rugan, you still have the thing, right?
Oh, I do.
So
I most certainly do.
You said sensors engineering or sensor security, or what?
security.
Yep, that's
Not
4
bad.
momentum.
Okay, 4 momentum. There you go, Rugan.
Thank you. Captain, we are picking up 2 vessels on sensors. 1 Tellarite civilian vessel and 1 Tellarian patrol craft.
Can you put them on screen, please?
Indeed you can. And I will bring us...
Aye, sir.
And I shall bring us to this map once I make sure that y'all are positioned properly. There you go. Those are the 2 vessels that you see. It's doing a weird trick of the eyes thing where the Tellarite vessel is slightly lower down and closer to you than the Tellarian vessel. But because the Tellarian vessel is a bit bigger, they look roughly the same size. Optical illusion.
Senator Gunn, could you get them on the horn, please?
Aye, sir, at once.
Which one are you trying to hail?
Tellarite?
Tellarite, yeah.
Let's
Okay.
try with Federation members first.
Then I shall. There's not even going to be a check for this. They immediately answer your hail, and a face appears on the screen.
Greetings. I am Captain Lawrence Jacoby of the USS Hadfield, representing Starfleet, Federation Starfleet. Is everything all right, Captain? Any way we can help?
Oh, that's funny. You think I'm a captain? No, I was aware that you were going to be coming. I'm Dr. Woolham Chair.
Ah, Mr. Chair. Right.
Doctor
Pleasure to make
Chair.
your
Mind
Doctor
yourself,
Chair.
boy.
Of course, you didn't go to medical school for nothing, Doctor. I am sorry.
I'm not a
Pleasure to
medical
make your
doctor.
acquaintance. What manner of doctor are you then?
My doctorate is in advanced theoretical warp field dynamics. Did you even read the report?
You must understand, Doctor, I've been in the sick bay until now recovering, and my mind is still a bit hazy, so you'll forgive me if I've made any improper remarks.
The Tellarite just squints at you.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, nonetheless. You are the one we are supposed to be meeting anyway, so how about we get straight to business, Doctor?
Yes, I'd like to meet with you and your senior staff as soon as possible so that I can begin going over what I have and, well, why it is so imperative that this experiment go off without a hitch.
Of course. What about the other ship, Doctor?
They're here for security. I hired out a private contractor to oversee this. I am a civilian vessel, after all.
Expecting trouble, Doctor?
No, but you can never be too careful.
Just one question before we agree on anything. The security company, where'd you hire them out of?
Oh, well, they're one of the most respected out of the Teller Republic. I would have preferred to go with, I'd have preferred to go with something with, I guess you could say a little bit better of a track record, but, well, they were what was close.
I see. Right then. Your ship or mine, Doctor?
I'd prefer to come over, well, it depends. I'm going to need to take a look at your ship anyway. But then again, the things that I have to show you are certainly over here. You know what? I think I'll just come there.
Very good. Lieutenant Rugan, would you please relay the Doctor the transportation coordinates for the transport pad in our transporter room?
Aye, sir.
Doctor, I look forward to seeing you. We'll be in the briefing room, waiting for you.
Very well. Dr. Chair out.
Captain Jacoby to Commander Valak.
Sir?
We'll be having a guest over soon enough in the transporter room. Do you think you could be a lamb and go and fetch him to the briefing room?
Very well, sir.
Good. Report to the briefing room once you have him. You'll need to sit in on the meeting as well, along with all of the senior staff.
Very well.
Sir, did you just call Valak a lamb?
God.
You know, I had a change of heart when I was in the sick bay, Lieutenant Dezonin. Sometimes you need to be a bit nicer to your crew members. Say please and things like that.
Something's wrong with the captain.
As long as you didn't get
who
it,
are
as
you?
long as
What
you did
have
not get a
done?
craving for veal.
His Britishness is consuming him.
God. Okay, so we're gonna hop down to the transporter room. Zonin's not there. However, Valak, you walk into the transporter room.
Okay.
And whoever it is behind the engineering console, just some sort of nameless person, because we just saw that Biss was on the bridge. Said, we are ready to receive the doctor now.
Very well.
And,
No, Valak, you gotta say the word. You gotta say the word.
well, actually, you don't, because you're not the one energizing.
Yep.
Oh man.
Like, they're coming to us. We're not sending them away.
Right. Well, I would love if these sound effects would load.
It did load.
Oh, it did?
And then he got stuck in our buffer.
Yeah, they're not loading for me, so if I ever say that, ignore me. And a short, stout Tellarite carrying a big ol' briefcase, and he's also flanked by a couple of Talarian, best you could guess, Valak mercenaries. Higher arms.
Gotcha. Welcome aboard, Doctor.
Very good.
I am Lieutenant Commander Valak. If you will accompany me, as well as your guests, we will be heading to the briefing room.
Very good, very good. He looks you up and down. He says, "You the engineer?"
Indeed.
All right, we're gonna have a lot to talk about. Show the way.
I shall lead them to the briefing room.
Okay. And you all depart and to the conference room. And I will pull in. So it'll be Captain Jacoby, presumably at the head of the table. Ragon, Valak. Oh well, Valak will be over here. Tizonin. Is the Dr. Maselli going to be here for this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the senior staff is going to be there for
Senior
this.
staff, okay. That's great. And Jueza's here, but he's going to be he is in the script, but he doesn't say anything.
He's officially NPC now.
Yeah, he's it's that thing where Worf is on the bridge, but he doesn't actually say anything during the episode.
Yep.
And
They made Michael Dorn sit in the makeup chair for 4 hours for nothing.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Exactly.
We have a giant Tellarite.
Nope. And Valak enters with that Tellarite and the 2 Talarians behind him. And unlike the Tellarite, they just stand at the door.
Very good.
Where are you gonna sit, Valak?
I suppose we'll go up next to the captain there.
The other side. And the
Yeah.
doctor sits down. He says, great. It's good to see all of you. And he looks over to you, Tizonin, and says, "You must be Tev Tizonin."
Yes. That is correct.
Well, I read your paper on the warp field resonation theorem, and well, it's okay.
Oh, I see how it is.
Seems a little harsh, Doctor.
It's honest. His parents would have come up with something twice as good. And Tizonin, that's when it clicks for you. Oh, yeah, you remember him, Uncle Chair.
Son of a bitch. How you doing, Uncle Chair?
Sounds like he's on his way to become an uncle. Get smacked with a chair, you ask.
No,
It's-
gentlemen
it's-
and
it's-
lady.
It's spelled like Cher, the singer.
But it's still check.
That's why I
Call
pronounced
Cher.
it share first
Cher.
and foremost.
How you doing, Uncle Chair?
Okay.
Doctor, let me once again tell you that it's a pleasure to have you aboard my ship. And now that we've gotten the pleasantries out of the way, we can get down to brass tacks.
Right.
What are we looking at here, Doc?
Well,
Wait. We can get down to brass tacks. I'm sorry, but what is it with you and weird metaphors in this episode?
God. So, he just sort of folds his stubby little fingers together, and he says, let's just say that I'm
Sorry.
trying to get myself involved with a very high-level Starfleet project. Most things are already in order for it, and the work I'm doing certainly puts me in a position to work on it. But before Starfleet brings me into the fold, they want an evaluation.
I see. So, okay, would you mind giving us give us the rundown of it, basically?
Right. Well,
You may feel free to use the monitor there if you wish.
Well, as you may or may not know, the USS Voyager has been trapped in the Delta Quadrant for a few years now. And,
Yes, I've heard of the untimely adventures of the Voyager, but what of it?
Well, between the information that they've gathered and information already in Starfleet's possession, Starfleet Command feels that they are close to a breakthrough in a very sought-after area of warp field dynamics, one that was abandoned about 100 years ago.
Come again?
Starfleet is trying to revive research into quantum slipstream technology.
Oh.
For us non-scientists here, although we are all scientists, but for my sake at least, could you try and dumb it down a bit?
Well, quantum slipstream would be, well, in no uncertain terms, a quantum leap in warp technology.
That's a terrible pun.
It would change travel times by exponential factors.
Meaning we could achieve higher warp speeds?
In a sense.
Not quite,
Captain.
but yes.
We would be beyond warp.
What lies exactly beyond warp, though?
10.
So it's separate from warp then.
Yes. Quantum slipstream is something that exists in addition to warp, used in conjunction with it,
Okay.
to enable for theoretically faster speeds. It was attempted once back in about 100 years ago with the USS Excelsior, but that was a disaster.
May I ask what happened?
It went pear-shaped. I don't have time to go over all the minutiae of the technical failings of the technology of the time. If you want to read up on it, it's a matter of... it should be a matter of record now. At least a matter of engineering journals.
Understandable. Alright, tell me, Doctor, then, what have you come up with?
Well, it's no quantum slipstream. I'll tell you that much. But it is an experimental warp technology that may show promise in speeding up warp travel. If this works, while it won't revolutionize the field, it will ensure my entrance into the quantum slipstream program. And once there, then I can do some real good.
Lieutenant Tizona, do you have any questions for the Doctor?
No, not really, sir.
Well, I have one. Have you tested it out, this theory of yours?
Well, that's why we're here now, isn't it?
So you want the Hadfield to be the trial dummy?
After all, the entire purpose of testing this equipment is to see its compatibility with Starfleet technology. After all, Starfleet are the ones that that are performing the research into quantum slipstream drives. Wouldn't be much use to them if it weren't compatible with Starfleet tech.
Could you inform my chief engineer here, also my first officer, of the possible risks? And then I will let my first officer decide whether or not, well, it's worth taking that risk.
The ship might blow up, Captain.
Well, there's always risks when you're dealing with experimental technologies, but I'm willing to guarantee you that this is as safe as I could possibly make it.
I'm sure it is adequate. We can
What?
go over your work one more time and implement it.
What would be the time scale of implementation? How long would it take?
We could probably get this, and he pats the briefcase at his side. We can get the starting of the equipment installed within an hour. The larger equipment is on my some of the more complicated pieces are located on my vessel, but we can get those later. We should be able to get the experiment up and running within 48 hours.
I see.
We have,
And
I've already
tell
installed...
me one more thing though before you go on. Let's talk like real numbers here. If things were to go pear-shaped like they did with the Excelsior, what are we looking at? Can we get a simulation going, Commander Vlock?
I suppose we could, sir. I'd have to go over the Dr. Chair's work. And,
You
we
understand,
can work
Dr.
on-
Chair, this is our first time really that we're sort of in contact with experimental technology, and I'd just like to take every sort of precaution before I know we can put anything in there. So I'd like to run a few simulations with your permission, of course, with possible scenarios as to how it might turn out.
Do what you need, but let me tell you, I've already run those simulations myself.
Would you mind sharing the results with us so we can cross-reference the results?
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay, about the parts that are on your ship, what kind of size are we talking about? Can we fit them in our cargo bay and get them installed in the ship with relative ease, or...?
Well, that was, I suppose you could say, part of the deal. I built this stuff to be installed as easily as I can make it into Starfleet technology. Again, I'm trying to prove myself to Starfleet Corps of Engineers here.
I understand, Doctor. Alright then. At your earliest convenience, start to transport over the parts onto my ship, and we'll get the rest sorted out. Commander Vlog, Dr. Maselli, if you two could run different sorts of simulations. Actually, you too, Lieutenant Tazonin. Run a simulation if this would actually work, and if it doesn't work, I need numbers on casualties.
Okay.
Possible casualties.
Yes, sir.
Well then, does anyone have any other questions for the Doctor?
So, what exactly is in it for you? What are you doing this for?
I just explain what I'm doing this for? This is to prove myself to the Starfleet Corps of Engineers that I'm the kind of material they need for the quantum slipstream project.
Okay, sorry.
Does Starfleet actually have, does the Corps of Engineers give its full support to the quantum slipstream project?
Yes, it's something that with what bits of information have been coming back from Voyager, it's something that the Starfleet Corps of Engineers is beginning to seriously consider in earnest.
And if you did make it into the Corps of Engineers, do you have a estimated time of arrival for the quantum slipstream device?
Oh, who knows? Could be Could be 2 years, could be 5 years, could be 2 decades. We just don't know. But but with what information we have, we know it's possible.
I see.
Indeed.
All right, Doctor. Keep in touch with my Lieutenant Rugan here over comms. He will navigate you and your crew over to deliver all the supplies that you need to deliver here. And once you're on board, I'm sure he'd be more than willing to coordinate some of the efforts around installing this thing into my system core, along with my chief engineer.
Very well. I think that sums up just about everything that I needed to take care of. He taps at it's not a Starfleet issue pad. It's a slightly bulkier piece. It says, "Yeah, I'll see to it that that's all taken care of. Is there anything else?" I've sort of said all I need to say.
This security company that you're running with, call it Prudence, but would you mind sending me a record of their previous employment? Just so I can verify that they're legitimate, shall we say.
Yeah, sure, of course. I don't
Thank
know
you.
why you
That-
would need to, but...
Just a measure of caution, you understand. We've been in some pretty nasty situations with, well, mercenaries before.
Right. Well, in that case, I'll be on my way then.
Very good. Well, crew, you all have your assignments, so I will repeat once again for posterity. Commander Vlok, Dr. Maselli, and Lieutenant Tazonin run me some simulations on different sorts of effects this device might have on my ship. Commander Vlok, you will specifically focus on the mechanical parts, or the engineering parts, whether this will make my ship go bonkers from the inside. Lieutenant Tazonin, you can test or run a simulation to see if this will actually work, and if this will prove beneficial in the long run. And Dr. Maselli, you will run a simulation to see whether this thing will cause any massive casualties if it goes pear-shaped.
Alrighty.
That's all sorts of metaphors.
Lieutenant Rugan, you will be coordinating the transfer over of all the parts, and once they're all there, coordinate the installment with Commander Vlok.
Aye, sir.
Good. Dismissed.
Well, let's.
Okay, give me a second. Oh, actually, I don't think the Excelsior was quantum slipstream. I think I have that wrong. I forget what the Excelsior had, because I knew it had something. Excelsior... I'm just trying to remember.
The Excelsior is the great
Oh.
experiment.
Transwarp.
That was transwarp, but not quantum slipstream. Quantum slipstream was attempted before Voyager.
Yeah.
They found that that alien that's like, yeah, here's a ship, you know.
Yeah.
He tricked him into thinking, yeah, Starfleet sent it. It's like,
Prometheus.
nope.
Yeah.
Then he got all depressed when the Borg were like, "We're gonna assimilate you," and he was like, "Oh man."
Which also means, yeah, they just handed over Slipstream God
So-
to the Borg, which is fun to think about.
So
but
I actually got that wrong. It's not the quantum slipstream that he's working on. It's transwarp.
Oh man, quantum slipstream.
oh man,
cooler.
that's a very different thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got
So
it.
he's working on the lizard thing.
The order still stands.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
other lizard thing was warp 10.
No,
well,
no,
that was breaking the transwarp barrier.
yes.
Indeed.
It just did. Yeah, it just the way the Borg do it is with hubs, which are basically wormholes, but they straight up did it in space, and that's why we're lizard people.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really hope the end result of this isn't Vlok and the Captain end up going off to make lizard babies on some planet. So,
No, we're not doing
That'd
that.
be
Weird.
Yeah, that episode's really bad.
I'm not gonna
Well, let's
spoil
be real.
this episode, but I'm gonna tell you
if it
it's
were
not
anyone,
that.
though,
It is not lizard.
If it were
Okay.
anyone who'd be stuck between the lizard babies, if it were anyone who'd be stuck with the lizard babies, it would be
That sounds about right.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I got it
Every
backwards. There are so many different kinds of advanced warp in Star Trek that I get them mixed up sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a little hard to keep track of. Yeah.
yeah, like there's so many one-off episodes that introduce ultra super better than warp technology that's just like never acknowledged again.
Yep.
Well, it's
Hey,
also fun to
Bobby.
like because I know warp was different in the TOS era.
Mm.
They went up to ridiculous numbers. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, TOS and the later stuff kind of had a different scale for a lot of things.
Yeah.
So we're working on transwarp. Okay.
Yeah.
So, how do we want to handle the simulations?
If damn, had you said it was transwarp, I would have had questions for the dude.
Yeah,
like,
like-
quantum slipstream. Oh, okay, that's crazy, but okay.
It's something that Starfleet is considering again in wake of what it's been getting back from Voyager.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Because what they've been getting back from Voyager is indicating to Starfleet that with the right resources behind it, transwarp might be possible.
Yeah, because fucking Tom Paris figured it out like over an afternoon. Over like
Well,
a
it's
coffee
like-
break with his
But
two
it
friends.
backfired, is the thing.
Yeah. The only reason he was able to do it was they had some weird energy source, and then it's like, yeah, no,
They had super dilithium.
Yeah.
yeah, basically,
Okay.
they had super petrol.
It's super petrol.
You
So,
see, what we're running now is low octane fuel, but what they had was super premium.
okay, so, I assume the idea is that Vlok's gonna approach it on the engineering side of things, seeing what effect it might have on the engineering of the ship. Tizonen's considering the the actual issues of piloting a vessel at such a high speed, and Maselli is gonna be considering the effect it might have on the crew.
Yeah, because we
Possible
don't want to be
casualties
lizard
if
people.
it screws up, you know.
Bro,
Yeah.
chronoton fields, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whether or not it makes people lizards, and whether or not it'll blow up and kill everyone.
Run a specific simulation
Yeah.
just for the
Oh,
hell of it on
reminder,
whether or not
this
it will
isn't-
turn us into
this-
lizards.
Okay, so, hang on. Vlok, I'm gonna want you to make me, a reason engineering difficulty of 3 check. We are also now in a new scene, so you guys go down a momentum.
Gotcha.
As
I
you're
will
now,
also take one of those.
Yeah.
I will take a momentum for another die.
because I said
Got
it was
it.
difficulty
Yeah,
3, right?
I thought you said 2.
Oh, did I say 2?
Yes, said too.
Okay, never
Yep.
mind. You're good. Wait, why just? Oh yeah, because you lost one for the scene. Yeah. I mean, Vlok, from an engineering standpoint, it looks like all the information you've been given on this thing indicates that it will easily be integrated into the Hadfield's engine systems. It might be a little tight, because the guy, it seems like the person who designed this didn't know what kind of vessel he'd be installing it on, or at least he didn't know what kind of Starfleet vessel he'd be installing it on. So he didn't know whether or not he'd be installing this on some big Galaxy class or an Intrepid.
Oh crap!
Huh?
We're gonna try and fit a monster truck engine in our tiny ship. Like,
Yeah.
So what's
Well,
going on?
it's-
Is we
well,
have this
remember,
itty bitty
Room
Corolla.
Commander.
We're
he's
trying
not
to stick a
trying to-
V6.
He's not trying to accomplish transwarp here. That's not the goal.
What is he trying to accomplish then?
Well, he's trying to prove that some incremental technology works so that he can get accepted into the transwarp program.
So
So he's trying to like
He's
split the difference
peacocking
between
himself.
here and transwarp.
he's showing his cool warp technology thing. Be like, hey, look, I'm great with warp. You should have me on this project.
Oh, okay.
I know warp engines. I know warp engines. See, look, I can warp engines real good. See?
And I
Okay.
mean, Tizonin,
So
you would,
basically, he just built a cool
Yeah.
PC
and
to
I mean,
show off how
Tizonin, you
good
would
he
know
is with
this
it.
because I mean, you remember from when you were growing up, he was a contemporary of your parents.
yes.
So he does know his stuff.
He's just, a cocky Tellarite.
Yeah, exactly.
So a Tellarite.
And you figure he's probably trying to get into this program on engineering merits alone.
That is true. He wasn't much of a suck up at all. I don't even think he did suck up at all. If he did something, it was because he could do it.
Yeah. And
Let's go see how we make it fail.
Mm-hmm. So Tizonin, give me a reason con check. Also difficulty 2.
Reason, con.
And to be fair, Valak, roll computers engineering. Ship will
Is this
help.
for simulations?
Yeah, because you're running simulations.
Can I use any focuses?
Well, I want Valak to roll his first.
Okay.
See if computers engineering gets him any momentum.
I know I can roll that.
Get momentum. Get it momentum.
Give him out. And you do. So yeah, as said, roll Tizonin, roll a reason con difficulty 2, and the ship can assist with computers con.
I'll roll that.
And I assume Tizonin's gonna hook into, and
Yep,
he doesn't
I'm
even
gonna
need to
just
reroll.
plug myself in.
You get another momentum, so you're back at 4, I think.
You get a momentum, and you get momentum.
Okay. So yeah, based on what you gather, the trade-off that this technology gives is that you, while it's active, it'll improve warp efficiency and everything, and warp field cohesion. The problem is you won't be able to adjust course.
Oh.
I mean, you'd be able to, like, slow down and stop and everything. And then you can turn around and change direction. But it seems the limitation of this technology right now is that you wouldn't be able to alter course while it's active, while at warp.
So basically, if we knew we needed to go somewhere really quick and we knew we had to go to that place, that's the only time we'd want to use it.
I'd imagine we could still do tiny course corrections, though. Keep us pointed straight.
Oh, yes, yeah. Well, that's the interesting thing about this technology. In some ways, its limitation is part of what makes it useful is that it keeps you pointed in the same direction.
Oh, spooky.
Like, that's part of the warp field algorithm, is keeping the ship aligned, and that's sort of part of what he's trying to prove here.
Cool.
Interesting.
Is to have as minimal warp deviation as possible. It just means that for a pilot it'd be kind of boring, actually.
because she's just not doing anything.
And so same thing for Dr. Maselli. Reason medicine, difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's computer's medicine.
Awesome. Would a focus in research apply here?
Yes.
Awesome. It's difficulty 3.
2.
2.
2. I'm going to spend momentum to increase that to 3 dice, and I think that's all I need.
Hot damn.
Awesome.
Well,
Yeah, reason medicine is like what I was built for.
Yep. So by your reckoning, Doctor, they're not trying anything as ludicrous as, in your research you discover, transmitted records of Voyager's horrendous transwarp experiment. And yeah, transwarp experiments can definitely have deleterious effects on living beings. But from what you're reading, the kind of stuff they were trying, and the kinds of deleterious effects that you would see are coming from really off-the-wall experimental technologies, not properly simulated, and that's not what this is. This isn't trying to be anything even remotely close to what the dopes on the Voyager were coming up with. This is tame by comparison.
Right. I got you. Cool. Well then, I'll give my I'll sign off on my approval for the project then.
So I assume all three of you are signing off your approval then?
oh yeah, and then I'll go and head
Send it, boy.
to help Rugan start installing this stuff.
Okay. So we will actually cut down then to the ship's main engineering, where Rugan, you're down there, I assume, and so is Dr. Chair. Said, wow, lot smaller than I expected.
Oh man, it just took everything in me to not reply to that one as I really wanted to.
Oh yeah.
Well, indeed. I'm sure you'll find that the power here exceeds most others in the 10th Fleet, if not all.
What, in this tiny little warp core? And he walks over to it and he starts pressing a couple buttons on it and says, it'll do.
Oh my gosh.
And
This man is gonna either leave the ship via the turbo lifts or via the airlock. I'm not sure as to which yet.
and then Valak walks in.
Rugan, Doctor, are we ready to begin our work?
Indeed, I believe we are approaching such. The doctor has pronounced the ship sufficient for his needs, so I do believe we will begin shortly.
Very good. I just signed off on the approval based on our simulations. We should be able to outfit the Hadfield with his works.
And I've got the Talarians working. I have the Talarians in my own research team working over on the other, over on my vessel, prepping my equipment over there. I've set up essentially a duplicate of the system I'm installing here on my vessel. That way we can compare the two results. See how much better compatible the technology is with Starfleet's. I originally had optimized most of it for my own research ship, but, well, I had to make some adjustments for Starfleet.
Of course.
Now then, let's begin. And he cracks again his little stubby fingers. And I assume y'all are gonna help him install the thing.
Indeed we shall.
Extended task time.
Oh boy.
Alrighty then.
So this will be a control engineering, assisted by control engineering, difficulty of 3. Ship does not assist because this is you doing modifications to the ship. Work track of 13.
Oh boy.
Magnitude 3.
Okay.
No resistance.
No resistance. Okay. Ragon, do you have anything related to warp fields or anything? I don't think you do, but
Quantum mechanics.
What do you have, Rugan? Let me see. Reverse engineering will work.
okay. So
Oh,
maybe,
marvelous.
yeah, maybe you should lead this one.
Well, it's
I've only got a 13 though.
it's control engineering.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's also an extended task
Alright, then.
block.
this is true, but I know he also has. Doesn't he also have stuff? But whatever. We'll see what happens. I'll lead. You can assist. Then we'll see how well this
Nope,
goes.
I think yours are best in this situation.
All right.
However, working on this will make my rules better later.
That's right. That's what it is.
Oh,
Okay.
Right, yeah, because you're setting yourself up for the.
Yeah, I couldn't
Indeed.
quite remember what you had. Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
You're
I
setting
will
yourself
lead.
up to
I
better
will
understand
take.
this tech.
I will take 3 momentum since we are
Mm.
full, and get some dice.
Intelligence.
I like how momentum makes you use it. We can't just sit on it like a fucking dragon holding the
Holy hell! Yeah, I guess. Good thing I did. Regard, roll well.
This will work. And then I'll roll it.
Alright, let's see how this rolls.
Did you roll, Rugan?
I got a 1.
So that is only 3 total.
And hang on. Which is, I think, what you needed anyway. And
Yep.
he does not assist you.
Okay.
So roll your 7 challenge dice. Blow. You want to spend
Ow.
one to
Okay.
re-roll
Spend
some of that?
another momentum.
Ooh.
Wow. okay, I'm not doing well at all
That's
today.
still
But
enough.
let's see. That's still breakthrough.
Well, and that makes 2 breakthroughs.
Yep. Hmm.
So now you're down to difficulty 1.
Hey.
Roll that control engineering.
I'll just do 2 dice. Okay. Ouch. Oh no. I'm gonna fuck this up.
You gain 2 momentum.
I'm gonna use
Oh,
it to squash
good.
that complication. No complication for you.
Lovely. Roll your 7. That's enough.
Christ, I'm doing horrible
Just
today.
barely, but enough. You complete the extended task.
It's done.
As all 3 of you working together manage to get this equipment hooked up. There is now equipment covering half of the floor of main engineering. This clean bit of floor space now completely covered in equipment, all hooked up to itself, and then it leads over. Cables lead over and down into the warp core, as well as many cables stringing across the floor to what was that?
Oh, sorry. Just see it. I was seeing if Ergon found something. He didn't.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry about it.
Uh-oh. And
Hit him.
yeah, all's good. All appears to be good. Well, I think that about does it. I'm gonna go have a
Well,
I'm gonna go have a word with your captain, and then I'll head back
Indeed.
over to my own ship.
very well. We shall, yes, see about getting this experiment underway.
Okay. And he departs. And then we run up to the bridge. Ragon's not there. But we are bringing in. And it's probably at about this point that Tizonin is delivering the reports from all 3. So, yeah, you're looking over the reports from the 3 of them, and it looks like the 3 people that you put on your senior staff assignment seem to be confident enough in the technology.
Well, pardon me, Lieutenant Zonin, but why? I mean, this thing, if we put it in, we won't be able to turn, but I guess the speed isn't deniable, right?
Correct, sir. It certainly has its uses. For example, if we were to equip it in civilian passenger ships, it would decrease travel time tremendously, and it's not like a civilian has to dodge incoming fire from a Romulan.
Right, but space is big, and anomalies in space tend to happen a lot more often than, well, people think.
They do, but the chances of finding an anomaly on a well-established travel is negligible.
And Lieutenant, all I'm saying is asteroids can pop out of places we'd never expect them to.
That's what deflectors are for. It's literally the whole point of a deflector.
And at that point, Chair barges in and he says, "You should listen to him. Much as I rag on him, kid knows his stuff."
I'll stand up. Right, of course, Doctor. Like you said, the effects are undeniable, and my crew has given me enough faith to show that the device certainly won't kill us all. So we may proceed. Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to my ship. I have equipment installed over there to, I have equipment installed over there to compare the operations over here to.
Good. Once you're over there, keep in touch with Lieutenant Zonin, and you give him the go-ahead on when we're ready to go ahead.
Will do. And he walks out and leaves.
Okay.
All right, Lieutenant, so sit down on your little chair and keep track of when he's going to call us. When he does, punch it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 5 minutes pass. No word. A little bit longer passes. Yeah, still no word.
Lieutenant Biss, can you confirm that the doctor made his way safely back to his ship?
Checking now. Yeah, looks like he did transport over there.
I see. We'll give him a couple more minutes then.
Couple more minutes pass.
Son of a bitch. Lieutenant
Yep.
Zonin, can you get him on the horn?
Beep boop.
No reply.
Oh man,
Um,
it's a trap.
Chief Joeza, I know you're an NPC now, but could you scan the ship? Tell me what's going on.
Someone else will have to scan the ship.
Crewman Marth, take up the chief's spot. The chief is on Riser right now.
No, he's not. He's
Dead
off
inside.
shift. This one.
Or what do we do again?
They switch shifts at the moment to for some unknown reason, probably glow stick related.
Oh boy. Oh,
Glow stick related? What?
Don't ask. So
You weren't there. You should have been there.
So, Marth is at the seat, and it's your second crew support spin. So, wait, did you say he's trying to raise the what is he trying to do?
He's scanning the ship.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, scanning it to see what the hell's going on.
It's a trap.
It looks like this will be a insight security difficulty of 2, assisted by the ship's sensor security, which brings it down to a difficulty of 1. What are you gonna give Marth for his new thing?
You know what? Let's give him sensors. Focus.
Interesting. Okay.
All right.
Interesting choice. I'll give it to him. Oh. Sensors. And that is his last focus.
We'll be able to switch them out once we activate them again, so.
I don't know if you get to switch them out. I know you can do it with milestones. A character can spend their milestones to...
He's got
you can
pretty
give
good.
them
He's got
theirs.
pretty good focuses anyway. So sensors is all right.
Okay.
Okay. Could you vlog? I'll take a momentum as well.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Holy crap.
No, wait. What did I roll? I rolled reason security. What was I supposed to roll? Crap. Insight security, right?
Did neither
That's
of
still a
those-
natural 20.
Insight is still a 1 higher.
not enough,
So
though.
8 plus 4 is 12. And that's not enough. No.
Just barely not enough.
Yep, and that is a natural 20, so,
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
I just think
that was bad.
that was terrible.
And no problem. When I have to roll later for like some presence command, I'll roll like all twos. So we're
Okay,
good.
so let me just... I just want to think about how I'm going to do this. I'm definitely going to make that complication do something. It's rough because you didn't even succeed at the check.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about what I can even give you.
you can mess with our sensors.
Hmm. Sir, it looks like there's some kind of a scattering field set up inside of the Talarian craft. I'm having a hard time getting any kind of sensor lock.
What the hell? All senior staff to bridge, please. Double time.
Okay.
Okay. Can I ask what I missed? I was gone for like 10 minutes.
Like I said, chair's gone.
Yeah, we got all the stuff installed. Chair went over to his ship, be like, I'll monitor from the experiment from my ship, and then we didn't hear from him again.
Oh.
So now it's like, yeah, we got to figure out what the hell's going on his ship where we cannot scan a thing.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll quickly brief you all on the situation. Chair went over. He's not replying. There seems to be a scattering field set up in the friendly ship, and well, that mercenary ship looks awful suspicious to me. Crewman Marth, would you mind getting that on the horn, please?
Understood, sir. And he taps a couple of buttons, trying to hail them. Sir, the Talarian vessel isn't responding. And then, just as... Oh, no, not that one.
Who dat?
No, wrong map.
Oh.
And almost no sooner do you say that than... did that play?
Yeah,
Yeah.
transporter.
No, not transporter. That's not what I wanted.
Damn, I thought someone was avoiding us.
No. This is what I wanted. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Sir,
well,
they bailed.
Oh boy.
And they are gone.
And they're
Doctor,
gone.
Doctor, quick, get on the auxiliary sensors and scan for life signs aboard the ship.
Yes, sir. I'll try, but that's not my specialty. And
Actually, it
this
is
scattering
scanning for life signs is what the doctor does normally, I think.
Okay. Okay. I'll try.
All right.
Okay.
Give me a reason medicine difficulty of 3 brought down to difficulty 2 by the ship sensors as part of that complication that you guys struck.
Take a momentum.
Assisted by the ship's sensors medicine.
With a focus in xenobiology apply if I'm looking for alien life signs?
I'm gonna say no in this case.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Tellarites
figured.
have been around since the
Mhm.
beginning.
They're
of
not
Super
exactly
Go.
alien
Yeah.
at this
Yeah.
point, yeah.
Yeah, I assume yeah, that's fair.
Look, the ship rolled a 1, so you gotta roll
All right.
1.
I'll take a momentum, but I should
Yep.
generate some because this is my thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Wait.
We'll count just the first one, but nice second roll anyway.
Yeah. So you generate 2
sorry.
momentum, I think.
I didn't get anything, so I clicked again.
Yep. So
Oh, now it's finally coming in.
Yep.
Sorry for
We
holding twice.
generated 2 momentum, yeah.
Okay.
so let me see.
Sir, I am detecting 1 life sign on board, but it's weak. I recommend we immediately beam over. I immediately beam over to no. I recommend we beam him immediately over to sickbay.
I agree, Doctor. Lieutenant Biss, beam the signature we have over to sickbay immediately. Doctor, go over there and meet them and see what's what.
Since I don't know if you want to activate this, if that's gonna take up another crew support.
Yeah, we'll activate Biss.
You guys get up in close.
And then we should probably track down the
I was just about to get that. Lieutenant Zonin, give me a path where they went, and once you figure it out, punch it.
Okay.
The button.
First, we're gonna do the thing with Biss beaming over your guy.
Yeah.
Down in
Yeah,
transporter
room. You can't beam someone over at work.
Yeah. Well, you haven't gone.
Obviously. So first things first, we're gonna transport and then punch the button. And in the meantime, while you're transporting, Tizona's gonna be looking for where they went, or Ragan with the sensors.
Mm-hmm. So then, this will be a control engineering, assisted by the ship's sensors engineering. So are you trying to beam them straight to sickbay?
Yeah, I
Yep.
think
Straight
so.
to sickbay.
Okay, so the doctor will be waiting in sickbay for it then.
Mhm.
Yep.
So, person is not on a pad, person is not going to a pad, and there's a complication on the table that makes it more difficult. That's an increase of 3. Ooh, wow, there's a lot. So that will be a control engineering difficulty 4. Assisted by the ship's sensors engineering, and that is taking into account the
Because he's in the transporter room.
It's okay. Biss has got this.
Actually, wait, I'm sorry, because he's in the transporter room, that brings it down by 1 again.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And
so,
let's just give him 3 momentum.
Yeah, 3 momentum straight out at the bat, so we can have him do this real good.
And doesn't he have a focus in transporters?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's got values as well, so there's no way Biss fails.
Maybe give him,
And he's
Oh yeah,
fast.
get in there, Biss. Get in there.
and the
Give him another value. Why not?
or give him a talent like technical expertise.
Yeah, let's do
You
that.
don't need no talents. Man just generated
Yeah,
3
let's give him-
momentum.
More talents always help.
Because technical.
Okay, technical. Fine, we'll give him technical expertise.
Because technical expertise will let him re-roll sensor checks, which is what the transporters use.
Mhm.
So there you go.
So yeah, that was.
When my character inevitably dies, I want to play Biss. Biss is like a well-cultivated bacteria. He's got a history behind him and everything. He's got culture.
Well, he's like what's it? He's O'Brien.
Yeah, he is O'Brien. I want to be O'Brien when I die.
Okay.
I don't know. O'Brien had a pretty shitty life. He got tortured a lot. I don't know if you want to be O'Brien.
Biss had a pretty shitty life. I
So-
almost killed him.
So, Doctor, on your med table appears Dr. Scher, beaten, bloodied, and it looks like he probably took a couple of stab wounds.
All right. I'll open up my first aid kit and get to work.
Okay. You're gonna attempt to stabilize him, at least insofar as he'll be able to undergo surgery. So what's the stabilize? What's stabilizing someone from a lethal injury? What's that task?
Stabilizing someone is daring medicine difficulty 1. However, in order to remove the injury, that's controlled medicine difficulty 2, unless it's severe enough, in which case the GM can increase it.
Okay, well yeah, what I'm gonna do here is I'm spending 2 threat, saying this is a very severe injury. This is going to be daring medicine difficulty 3. assisted by the ship's computer's medicine.
Alright.
And you can invoke your you could invoke either of your 2 advantages.
What's the other advantage I have?
Your CMO.
Oh, right.
And you have the medical staff.
Sorry, what's the difficulty again?
Difficulty of 3, although now that I know that you have both of those advantages that you could pull on, I'm going to actually spend 2 more and increase the difficulty to 4 to stabilize him.
Well, I spent 1 earlier, so, I can only use them once per game, right?
No, it's once per season.
Okay. Oh, right, okay. Alright, I will spend, I will spend Chief Medical Officer to lower the difficulty. I have a focus in emergency medicine, which I assume applies here.
Mm-hmm.
Daring medicine is not my strong suit, but it's not terrible.
Gonna spend a momentum.
Yeah, I'll spend 1 momentum. Do we have any crew support left?
I think you spent all 3.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
Yep.
Yep, best. Yes. Raggy, then Marth, then Biss. Okay. Alright. Here we go.
That's 3. You had brought down the
And?
difficulty to 2, so...
Oh, I re-rolled that 0, but I turned it into a complication.
Ugh.
Ouch. Okay, let's just get rid of it.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you're
that sounds like a good idea.
down to 0 momentum. Okay, great. That means the surgery to save his life won't be any more difficult. But we will come back to that later, as
Okay.
you have kept him from bleeding out on your table, but he is not out of the woods yet.
Oh, alrighty.
In the meantime, though, we cut up to the bridge. Oh, and I forgot. Damn it! I didn't move you guys down to. I'm sorry. I didn't bring you down to sick bay. That was
That's
my bad. So back on the bridge. Not the World War I trenches. What the hell? Doctor's not there. So what did we say that? What did we say
Either
that?
Tizonin or Rugan, depending on who has the better role here, will be where they went. And once they do that, Tizonin's gonna hit the button.
Okay.
Maybe we should also send a team to beam over onto that ship and then chase after them.
So hang on. So I'm gonna need Tizonin to make me a reason con difficulty of 3 assisted by the ship's sensors con. So that brings it down to difficulty 2.
Reason con difficulty 3. Roll.
What focus were you using?
Let's see. I was
Astronavigation.
Astronavigation.
Yeah, I'd allow that. That works.
Let me just roll the ship because I DC'd from roll 20. Nah. Why do I hear transporters?
Oh, did transporters go off again?
Yeah, because I had to refresh. No, it was the warp engine. I heard it again because I had to refresh the page. Oh god, there it goes again. Sensors con.
Yep. Nice. That's 3 momentum.
Hey.
As it looks like it looks like to Zonin, it looks like they've got a bit of a head start on you. Let me see what they've got. Let me just roll one thing really quick, because it's something they would have done while you were doing your other tasks. Ew, no. Okay.
They fail.
Okay. Well, here's the good news. You know exactly the direction they're going in. And, well, they're not, the thing that you know about Talarian ship, there's one thing you know about Talarian ships to Zonin. They're not particularly advanced. The Talarians aren't a particularly advanced culture, technologically speaking.
Yeah.
So, you know, they have warp and everything. It's just not particularly advanced warp. You could handily catch up with them. Like, you go to warp, all you have to do is go to, hang on, you just have to go to, like, warp 2 and you'll catch them.
Right, but we want to test out the new hot rod car that we got, so,
No, we don't.
we don't?
Just take it warp 2. Just take it like maybe warp 3, and that's it.
Oh, fine. Take us to warp 5. Let's get there in like 5 minutes and get ready for tea time.
Warp it.
You gotta remember, we just installed experimental stuff into the ship.
Yeah, don't you want to just punch the nitro button?
I mean, it was a nifty nitro button, yeah.
Nifty nitro button. Ooh. Do I have an at warp map? Does not look like I have an at warp map. I just want to make sure that this is okay. Okay. Field star map. We're not on that anymore. Control Z. I want to bring the Talarian ship back in. Thank you much. Delete. And you guys go to warp. How much power are you going to spend to try to catch up to them?
I think 3 power should be adequate.
Yeah, actually, it is.
Got him.
As, after all of 3 minutes, you catch up with them. Hang on, let me pull up the...
Senator Rugan, could you get them on the horn again?
Aye, sir. Should we raise shields?
Not yet.
This
we can't raise shields while we're at warp, right? Can we? We cannot raise shields while at warp, can we?
I think
Yes,
you
we
can.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
you can. I thought they were mutually exclusive. Right. Well, raise shields then.
Yeah.
Yellow alert.
I was gonna say yellow or red.
Yellow.
Okay.
So we're still traveling at warp, we're like chasing them?
I presume so.
Okay.
This role is going to be something interesting. This is going to be, I'm thinking, presence security assisted by the ship's communications command.
Wow. Alright, Bafurugan, you ready?
Aye, sir.
Let me tell you the difficulty.
Yeah, the ship rolled a 2, so yeah.
The difficulty of this check is 3. just to get,
Alright.
like, to even get them to pick up. So all Rugan
So
needs to
this
do
is a...
present security.
Alright, so that's a 50-50 shot at a 10.
Would you like a
Right
momentum?
now. Yes, please, I would. And at the same time, I'm going to say... No, none of these apply. None of my focuses, I'm afraid.
Okay, roll your 3.
Okay.
Still got a pretty good shot, even
Yeah,
with
team
each,
dynamics is
like,
the closest thing I can think. Oh!
Okay. Okay.
Alrighty then. We're gonna die.
Rugan, do
You
have
know that determination. I
are
mean,
you-
okay,
Yes,
we're
I
just
do
sending
know
a
that
message though.
determination.
We're just sending a message. I mean, it's nothing really.
Are you?
too
Wait,
Yeah,
urgent.
he just accidentally called them a very mean slur.
I'm
I
gonna call
accidentally
someone a
called Pizza
slur.
Hut.
No, what happened was you didn't realize that they had picked up, and so you're just awkwardly breathing into the phone.
So are you going? Are you going to spend a determination or no?
Hold the phone now. Oh,
Are you
so
going
is it?
to? Or are you
Sorry, I'm just trying to... Sorry, I'm not sure that this is worth a determination.
Okay. If not, I
Are
have
you,
a compli-
Captain?
Complication.
What do you think, Captain?
The subspace array is gonna blow up.
We can kill that complication though, Valak.
Are you sure you want to do that? We'll be out of momentum at that point.
Oh, your call, dude. Well, I'm the captain of the ship, but
Shot
yeah, I'm gonna flip a coin. Hang on.
Let's save it. We're so important.
Here we go. Heads, we spend the momentum. Tails, we don't. It's heads. Spend the momentum. We'll negate it.
Okay.
Okay. However, what I am going to then do is, that's gonna force me to spend 2 threat to create the complication I wanted to happen anyways.
Fuck me too.
Oh no.
As all of a sudden the back warp nacelles of the Talarian craft begin to glow a bright blue. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, we heard that. Lieutenant Zonin, analysis.
I
What
didn't
is
hear
that?
anything, sir.
You didn't hear anything. Well, the nacelles are turning bright blue.
Oh shit.
And the ship shoots off to warp. It is completely out of your sensor range.
Okay, status report. What the hell just happened?
Scanning now. Do I have to roll for that?
Someone can give me a reason science difficulty of 4 assisted by the ship's sensors science. So that brings it down to difficulty 3.
My
Okay,
reason
Lieutenant
science
Rugan,
is
what the hell happened?
You gonna give me any threat for extra dice?
I imagine.
We'll give you just the 1.
just the 1 dice. We're being
So,
generous
For
today.
a difficulty 4 thing.
Well, difficulty
Difficulty
3
3.
because of sensors. But
Oh, okay.
So, Rugan, could you please roll that? Make a good roll this time.
Yeah, I will try. I will try. What exactly is it that I'm trying to hit?
Reason
one more
science,
time,
I
I'm
think.
just-
reason science, and I will
Reason
allow
science, I'm good at
I
that.
will allow quantum mechanics to apply.
Hey.
And roll a
That's
third.
better.
Roll one more dice.
Alright.
Yeah, roll 1 more dice because... Oh, yay, we got it! And we generated a momentum.
So you gain a momentum, and it would appear that the ship has It has entered based on the quantum signature readings at the point of departure and uh the the trail that it has left behind and the strength of it, the continuous strength of the trail. As far as your sensors can read, that thing is traveling at a speed that it should not be. It's traveling at a speed faster than what the Hadfield can normally attain.
That's not right. What the hell?
Lieutenant Zonin, match their course and punch it. Crew, this is the captain. Brace.
Gonna activate the device.
Yep. Spooky transwarp.
Okay.
As they're placing head between knees.
GM, do I know if there would be any risks to doing a surgery during this experimental warp thing?
Well, you know what? Trek doesn't simulate G-forces, so
and I was
I
gonna say, I'm
don't
giving you
think
the
so.
benefit of that advantage you would come up with earlier.
Okay.
Well, the problem you have to deal with is if the problem wouldn't so much be the actual effect of the travel itself. It would be if something goes wrong in the engine room and you guys lose power while you're in the middle of an
Okay,
operation. That's
Yeah, I mean, if this was the Expanse and that thing stopped on us suddenly, we'd probably be paced.
But you see, Star Trek has inertial dampeners,
you
which
see,
stop
Star Trek has something called fun.
Yeah.
Boom, roast.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, let's go then.
Okay.
Punch it, Chewie.
So this is going to be
Punch it,
this is going to be a daring con difficulty of 3 check, assisted by daring engineering. Are you gonna spend any threat or momentum? And
Assisted by daring engineering.
yeah, I'm actually more so asking in terms of to Zonin, what does he have for like talents and everything? Nothing that I can see coming into play. Well, unless you want to give me a threat for a 3rd die.
Yeah, well, no, we'll give that one momentum for a 3rd die.
And I assume you're plugging into the ship's computer? To Zonin?
Oh, have we lost?
Yes.
Oh, yep. Oh, you plug
Oh
into
my
the
God,
ship's
you have
computer and
untapped
make
potential?
it go.
You never use it.
I do?
You have untapped potential. You know what
He
that
does.
does, right?
Nope.
Whenever you succeed at a task, you can roll a challenge die, and you gain the group pool gains momentum equal to what you roll.
It lets us gamble.
But if you roll an effect, I gain a threat and you gain a momentum.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Okay, what am I gonna roll?
You're rolling 3 dice because you guys gave me another threat.
No, we gave you a
No,
momentum,
momentum.
not a threat.
Oh, okay.
Calm down there, Jethro.
Control con or daring con? Or...
Daring con.
Daring.
And
Assisted
Can I
by
use
the
a
ship's
focus?
engines engineering, is it?
Yeah. No, engines con.
Engines con.
No, you know, I'm gonna say engines engineering in this case. Although I don't think that would have helped.
No, it wouldn't have.
Although, Zonin gets to re-roll it. So yeah, make it engines engineering and then re-roll.
Can I use the focus?
Hey, we got one.
Focus of what?
Warp, cybernetics, astronavigation.
Warp-field dynamics? Absolutely.
Yeah, let's see how
Okay,
this does.
we win.
Yeah, you just make it. Let me quickly queue these up at the same time. Hang on,
That was weird, man. That was TOS warp.
And you guys are off as the bright blue light flashes across the view screen as you tumble through space. We are now in a new scene. You lose any momentum you might have had, or well,
We
you
had
lose
none.
as you blast off in chase of the Talarian ship. Now that you guys are going this speed, Rugan, make me a reason science difficulty 3 check assisted by the ship's sensors science.
Alright.
So that brings it down to difficulty 2.
I rolled a 1.
We entered the time vortex.
Alright, so I need to roll a 1.
At least.
Woo, 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 woo.
Enough of that. You gain a momentum.
We gain a momentum. That comes at the end of the episode.
Let me ping you a thing. Barada. And keep in mind, this is something you come to the, based on your sensor readings, this is something you realize after the first minute of travel.
Oh,
Do we see a blue police box?
are there scales growing on everyone's skin?
No.
Just you wait until Starfleet Police catches up with
There you
us.
go-
Like,
there you
Captain,
go,
do you know
Rugan.
how fast you were going?
Rugan double checks the scanners. And he double checks me. Captain, we appear to have not only exited the Milky Way galaxy, but the local galactic group.
I'm sorry, what?
Excuse
We have
me?
gone far, Captain.
Have we gone
Farther than
wide?
the Voyager. Yeah, suck it, Janeway!
Yeah, what this?
Oh my god!
Hadfield, Hadfield, Hadfield!
Guys,
Oh, sorry.
Rugan, are you
Sorry,
sure
Doctor,
about
no
that?
flat blowing on the Hadfield.
Yeah, are you absolutely sure about this?
I am relatively sure, Captain. How far exactly do you...
What?
How far have we gone exactly?
As I've said, you guys have, and I mean, this is the point you would have noticed. You have more or less just exited the local galactic group.
We
So-
left.
So we
The
left the
galaxy.
galaxy, but it's
2
not like we left the
minutes?
quadrant. It's not like we left the quadrant, but we left an actual galaxy.
No. You even more so than the galaxy. You left the group of galaxies.
Yeah, we are
Galaxies
sorry.
come in groups?
yes. So the local group is like this big area that it has the Milky Way, Andromeda, and a couple other
Yeah, a couple other. Yeah.
astronomical features. And it's like massive. It's like over 100 Milky Way galaxies long. To
Like-
leave that in a minute means we're traveling at extraordinary speeds. In the amount of time you've had this conversation, the ship would have traveled extraordinary distances.
Like,
You should
There-
probably turn off the engine.
Commander Vlok, what's the status on our in the engine room? Are we good?
Give me a insight engineering difficulty 3 complication range 2.
Be right back.
Okay. I will spend our momentum and give you 2 threat.
Giving me 2
I
threat.
don't. Yep. And I don't think I have any focuses that will work here, I'm assuming.
What are your focuses?
Music, transport replicators, cybernetics, electroplasma systems, oceanography, computers, temporal mechanics.
Nope.
Yep, didn't think so. Okay, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Ouch.
You succeed, but you create a complication anyway. So by your reckoning, Volok, it looks like the residual effects of the Talarian vessel's departure caused some kind of a minor imbalance in your device as well. Essentially locking your engines into this mode that they're in right now, which that's not what this was designed to do. You could try to turn it off. It would be incredibly difficult and incredibly dangerous if you tried to do that.
Captain, I would not recommend shutting off the engines as they are.
So
What we are doing is honest. I do not know what we are doing.
Well, we are breaking every possible law of physics that exists.
Indeed, why not break a few men while we're at it?
are we traveling at like a constant speed? Because if so, every second we spent with the engine on not going home is one like millennia it's going to take for us to get back home manually. I think we should focus all of our efforts on trying to figure out how to turn off the engine or turning ourselves around.
Okay.
Lieutenant Zonin, Lieutenant Rugan, get down to engineering and see if you can help Commander Volok with shutting down this thing. Doctor,
Aye, sir.
see if you can go back to the med bay and wake the hell out of the doctor and ask him what the hell is going on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll sit here on the bridge and, well, count our steps, I guess.
However, one thing I want to do before Rugan leaves is I want him to make me a insight science, assisted by the ship's sensors science, difficulty of 5, which gets brought down to difficulty 4.
That's now is determination time.
I will let you know that this is, I'll be fair to you guys and let you know that this task will be repeatable.
Rugan?
So if you want to,
Momentum.
if you want to take a stab at it now and you don't succeed, you can try it again later when you have more resources.
So what
That'd
we
be a good
need
plan.
is what we need now is determination, and we need maximum spending on all fronts. Let's min-max the hell out of this roll.
Alright then. Reverse engineering work for it.
No. This is a sensors check.
Alright, so sensors will work for it.
Yep.
Cool.
Alright. I can have momentum, Cap.
Yeah, you got it.
We
but
don't have
if
we
you
don't
use...
have any momentum.
Oh, we don't have any. Right. If you're
Well,
using
nobody-
use a determination, then I would suggest, because that gives you an automatic crit, and we'll hope the ship can roll something good as well to assist you.
Alright. Well, sounds about right then. Here, do we have to declare the determination before or after?
Before.
Yep.
Before, if you want the benefit of it, the crit automatically after if you're just doing a reroll, but I think we need the crit automatically.
Yeah, we need to
Yes,
crit.
before. And then aroma reaver dice instead as well, right?
Yeah, you rolled normal dice. You just have a crit along there as well. Automatic. So we got 4. We technically succeeded at the task. Now I'm just gonna roll
Hey.
them. What's the ship roll, did you say? Sensor science?
Yes.
We succeeded.
We still won. We won.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I can actually re-roll any dice when I'm being helped by the computer. Should we re-roll one that's
You're not being helped by the computer, though. That would be a computer
computers
roll.
or
You're being helped out
sensors.
by the sensors.
Or sensors, yeah.
computers or sensors?
Do you want me to re-roll the ship's die?
Reroll the ship's die.
I'll re-roll mine.
Well, no,
I'll
the
re-roll
ship,
my zero
the
because
sh-
I'm more likely to.
but the ship has focus, doesn't it?
Yeah, the ship has
So
an
do I.
automatic
So does
focus.
Oh, okay.
You re-roll then, I guess.
Oh yeah, you're way ahead. I'm sorry, I'm doing math weird. Yeah, go ahead and roll yours if you can.
Ah,
Jeez.
Still
almost a crit.
Okay, you
Almost.
still succeeded.
Hmm. I've picked up a signal crossing the path of the Hadfield's travel route. It was only there for an instant before vanishing. The readings indicate it as a person, but it is gone now.
Is it visual? Is it sound only?
No, like you pull up the sensor readings and like as it appears on screen, it's like the way I can best describe the sensor reading to you, Captain, is like imagine you take a video of something and there's nothing in the video except for one frame, and that one frame is really blurry.
Ah, like Tyler Durden's nutsack, I get it.
So, like, the fact that Rugon was even able to weasel that much out of that sensor blip is a minor miracle.
Okay, leave it here stored in the memory. Biss will get on it while you're down there helping Vlog shut this thing down, if possible.
Okay.
Please
Hi,
don't
sir,
blow us up.
once.
Oh boy.
And,
So I think we broke the record on space travel in Starfleet.
no.
No.
Nope.
No.
I mean, it's
No.
been like 5 minutes, and if we broke the local barrier,
You shall see.
the local group in 1 minute, we've gone pretty far.
We can circumnavigate the galaxy.
Well, not the
universe.
galaxy.
The universe.
You are-
Yeah,
The
we're
universe, right, yeah.
Yeah,
We are literally jumping to Doctor Who level of BS.
yeah.
Star trekking across the universe.
The only thing I can think of that's more absurd is that one episode of season 1 of TNG where they meet a guy who just like lets them travel throughout the whole universe. Like with the power of thought.
Okay.
The
Anyways.
Traveler, the warp bubbles in his brain, and then he abducts Wesley for some reason.
Anyways, let's
Because he's
continue.
like Mozart.
Yeah, the first season of TNG wasn't very good. Let's continue.
So, where were we? We are actually gonna quickly go to the doctor down in sick bay,
Alright.
where she is gonna start in on her surgery. Surgery. First thing you're gonna have to do is deal with those knife wounds.
Hold on, let me just grab some equipment from the science.
And by the by, we are in a new scene, so all your advantages reset.
Oh boy.
Well, that's a good thing.
Let's see what we can do about fixing up
Okay.
a cranky Tellarite.
This is gonna be control medicine.
All right.
Yep. Control medicine, difficulty 3. This is gonna be an extended task. Difficulty of 3. I'm gonna spend 2 dice to bring the complication range up to 2 for this first one. The work track is 10. The resistance is 2. Magnitude is 4.
Okay.
One magnitude for each stab wound. So it's difficulty 3. Are you gonna give me any threat or use any resources?
Yeah. 1 second. I'm looking through the medical book right now.
Yes, because you're gonna use the presser field thing, right?
I have a couple pieces of equipment.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, there's one that's just you gotta use it or else you suffer. From like a penalty.
That's
Yep.
the stereo fields.
Yeah, it's like you gotta use that or else you suffer. It's more of you have to worry about if you don't have it. And the presser field, which lets you re-roll a die, even without like having cautious or anything. And then you have your 2 advantages if you want to use them. Remember, there is a resistance to be overcome.
I would recommend using the advantages.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Okay. Sorry, what was the difficulty on the extended task again? Sorry, I was looking through the book and trying to listen at the
difficulty
same
3.
time. Difficulty 3. Okay. Okay. So yeah, the 4 equipment pieces I'm going to use are biobed. Using that, a doctor performing surgery to heal a lethal injury ignores any difficulty increase due to a player character spending determination to ignore the injury's effects or any injury-related complications.
Yep, not relevant here.
I know.
Yeah, it does not matter
but
here.
it might. I forgot to grab the name of the other one, but it's a
The presser field, I assume.
cardio stimulator.
Oh wow.
Oh. What's that one do?
Oh, never mind. That one only applies to first aid.
Yep.
The presser field, which is just during surgery, you maybe roll 1d20, and then the stereo field, which is just a thing to let you do surgery.
Yep.
All right, never mind then, because it wasn't relevant. Okay, so difficulty 3. Okay, we have no crew support, right?
None.
No, but you do have 2 advantages.
All right.
There is resistance on the check. There is resistance to the extended task of 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I will spend 1 advantage to decrease the difficulty and 1 to decrease the resistance.
Okay. Hit it. Unless you want to give me threat.
The roll is control medicine, I assume, right?
Yes.
And I will spend 1 threat.
Nice. Okay.
Yep.
I will take it.
It's 3 dice. Control medicine.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
and the
Hey.
ship. Oh, and the ship assists with computers medicine.
Nice.
Oh.
Coming
Okay.
up.
Okay, so you generate 2 momentum.
Awesome.
Hey.
roll your 7 challenge dice.
Right?
That's
So I assume.
Would you like one of those momentum to re-roll those?
Yeah. I assume lab rat doesn't apply here.
no,
Right.
not for something
Okay,
like
s-
surgery.
So that's just 4. So I will spend 1 momentum to re-roll those 3 zeros.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a lot better.
Nice.
You're at 9 work.
Okay.
So that's breakthrough.
Wonderful.
If you can get 5 work in your next hit, that'll be enough. So difficulty gets brought down to 2 by the breakthrough. I am, however, going to spend 2 threat to keep the difficulty at 3, as one of the stab wounds was more severe than you anticipated it to be, and not tending to it first turned out to be a mistake. So
Okay.
you gotta take care of a stab wound that is now much more serious.
And does the resistance come back now
Yes.
that you said okay? In that case, could I use the value every life is precious to get an extra die?
You're gonna get a die that rolled an auto 2
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
or an auto 1.
Yeah, auto
Okay.
crit.
You'd have to give me threat in order to buy a 3rd die again. But you'd only need 1 success.
Okay. So
I
think
say just use your determination and then just roll the regular 2.
Because you do also have a reroll.
Yeah.
Great. And the ship.
Nice.
I'll do the ship.
Yes, I thought the captain was that.
That's okay. You still gain a momentum.
Yep.
Roll your dice. It is resistance 2, though.
Right. Oof.
Spend the
Right.
momentum you gain to re-roll some.
I think
And
that's
we got
enough.
it.
Yeah, all you needed was 7.
Yep.
All right. That's enough. Cool.
He is, because that fills up the work track and is 5 or more in 1 hit. So.
Yep.
He'll pull through. At least, I mean, you weren't, during the surgery, you didn't take care of any of the beating he took. The, broken bones or anything. That'll require a little bit more later. But the major internal injuries have all been healed up. You won't be able to bring him around yet, because again, there's a little bit more you gotta do to him, but the worst has passed.
Okay. How long until he'll be conscious?
Well, you're gonna have to do a couple more checks later.
Okay.
He's gonna need to recuperate a little before you can start doing other things like setting the broken bones and properly healing up the broken bones and doing the fine dermal regeneration, because that kind of dermal regeneration can take a lot out of you, and he's just gone through a major surgery. You don't do too.
Okay.
You can't do too much to him all at once.
Right. Okay.
But he'll live.
Okay. Becky, monitor his condition. I'll go report to the bridge.
Yes, doctor. And doctor leaves, and we go back to the bridge. Actually, we go to engineering. where Rugan and Tizonin enter.
It's time to figure out how the hell to shut this thing off.
Okay.
What are we doing? What's going on?
We gotta figure out how to turn this off without exploding.
Without exploding. Could we cut its fuel source?
Exploding.
Really? Just cutting off the antimatter flow would cause it to explode?
Again, it's the problem of given the speeds that you guys are traveling at, you don't know what'll happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
we,
certainly.
We are traveling at the speed of BS.
Yeah,
That's my favorite.
I mean, warp is already pretty BS speed. This is absurdly BS speed.
No, actually, warp is not that BS compared to like other sci-fi, but
yeah, this is very untested waters for normal Starfleet engineers.
So what I want you to do, Valak, is I need you to give me a insight engineering difficulty of 4 check, which can be assisted by insight engineering or science. In Tizonin's case, he can help with con because he has that special he has the special flight he has the con officer ability that lets him substitute his con for engineering on propulsion-based roles.
And can they both assist, or just one assist?
Yes, you can both assist.
Cool.
So, Rugan can assist with Insight Science, Tizonin can assist with Insight Con, you can head up with Insight Engineering, because the primary role has to be Insight Engineering.
Gotcha. I will give you a threat for an extra die.
Okay. Take it happily.
Okay, what are we rolling?
For you to zone in Insight Con, just 1.
Okay. I assume
We're
I can't
gonna
use
do
that.
that.
Not roll anymore today.
Or, yikes. So...
Any other game, I would be rolling in it.
It was just an assist, so I'm only going to count that first one to zone in. That's 1 success and a complication. So yeah, Valak, you have no idea. It's just there's too much to this. You have no idea how you'd begin going about slowing it down, or speeding up. Although I mean, you could possibly. I mean, you could speed up.
We could speed up.
Of course, go so quickly we go back to where we started.
Yeah, we'll
When
just
we
circle around.
reach Warp 88, you're gonna see some shit.
Oh no. Okay. Gentlemen, I am not sure what to do. We can speed up, but I don't know if we can stop.
So, Tizonin, Rugan, anything else you want to do down here in engineering?
Blow up the warp core.
It's
No
actually
blowing up
not
the
a...
warp core.
What? You're just gonna say it's not a bad idea?
Well, I mean, we couldn't go home, but we wouldn't be going any further away. Because, like, the replicators only have so much energy, so eventually we'll run out of food. and the ship only has a single holodeck. So,
We're gonna get bored real quick.
yeah, this is ultimate quarantine time.
Yep, we're
If
in
we create an
quarantine,
explosion
folks.
so big, it forms a black hole that we get sucked into, and then
There are 90 people on this ship in one holodeck and, like, no other forms of entertainment. So, like, if you're
We
lucky,
have chess, damn it.
yeah,
We have
and it's
we
like,
have tall chess.
yeah, and card games, a lot of card games for some reason.
Gamble.
Play dumb jock human.
We'll decide fate with a children's card game.
Yeah, at least blowing up the warp core. I mean, we'd probably wind up in the middle of nowhere, but if we blew it up inside a galaxy, at least we'd be somewhere.
Well, and that was the time that the Hadfield disappeared.
Just got.
Hey, I mean, that wouldn't be out of the uncommon for Nova class ships. These things are like really not that structurally sound. I was going to think of a reference to something that's not structurally sound, but I couldn't think of any.
So
Well-
so Tizone and Ragan, what are you guys gonna do?
I don't know.
That's a very good question. I mean, we could poke it with a stick, but I'm not sure what that would do.
Let's try it. DM, I would like to roll to poke the warp core with the stick.
Oh, man.
Mm,
What is that, a daring security?
See, now that's the one issue with playing
Seems
engineering
more like-
science roles in Star Trek, is that you aren't actually as smart as the people who are doing all this. So you've got no
Yeah, no.
fucking clue what the fuck to do next.
Well, I will give you this. Don't forget, Ragan, you did have one other thing you wanted to look into.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily here, but you wanted to look into.
Not true. Let's see. Alright, so we've got all this shit all over the floor plugged into the warp core. We kinda turn it off and we kinda pop out the warp core after we blow everything up to fuck. We can't interface with this thing and we're not sure how to turn it off. And turning it off would probably cause things to explode. Same thing, cutting the power would likewise cause it to go kaboom.
Oink.
Up to you guys.
Yes.
Yep, again, the whole thing is what is up to us. We need to figure out your course of action before we can try it.
We can speed up.
Can't you spend determination or momentum before like a GM hint?
You can.
Can I spend it? I use my determination. We might end up needing to just do that because, yeah, unfortunately, I am not a Starfleet engineer, and I've got no idea what the fuck you'd like us to do with this.
Well, the suggestion I'm gonna have for you then, I'll use like your eager to prove yourself value. You have values that come in play here. We must understand why it works. There's that mysterious sensor ping that you picked up that you still have no idea what it is.
Alright, so
go check that
let's
out, I
go
guess.
work on that. I can do that.
Okay. So, in the meantime, we will have you going back up to the bridge, I presume. And Jueza's back at tactical again.
Did Tav also go back to the bridge?
No, I just hadn't deleted your token. Tizonin, are you staying down in engineering or are you staying on the bridge? Going back
I'm
to the
probably
bridge.
more use on the bridge.
Okay. So, first thing I want you to do, Rugan, is give me a reason science difficulty of 3 assisted by the ship's sensors science. Gets brought down to difficulty 2.
Cool.
And now for the Hadfield.
Vlog, can you roll the ship?
What was the Hadfield again? Was it computer science or sensor science?
Computer science, I think.
They're the same thing anyway, so we'll just... Momentum!
Hang on.
Oh shit.
There you go. That's the first thing. That's just something that you're getting off your sensors right this second. It was sensor science, but it's okay. You rolled super late, so.
Captain, I'm picking up the Tellurian vessel. The wake of its travel in this strange passage seems to be flowing backwards along the corridor, pushing back on us. So far, we seem to be keeping pace with it, despite being a couple light years ahead of us relatively.
Relatively. Right.
So yes, you are both
What are they
traveling at
saying?
insane speeds, but it's still got a bit of a gain on you.
Gain is relative.
Yeah.
Einstein said so.
Yeah.
Right, so what does the message say?
The message?
Was there no
Oh
message?
no, it's just you picked up the Tellurian ship.
Oh, we picked them up.
And
Don't suppose we can scan them with our sensors from here? Are they in reach?
I'm gonna spend 2 threat and say no. You just barely picked them up. But now that that's out of the way, Rugon, I assume you're going to look into that thing.
Indeed, I shall.
Okay, again, do me a reason science difficulty 3 brought down by the ship's sensors science difficulty 2.
Alright then.
Because you spotted it. It's only this easy because you spotted it the first time.
Well, hey.
Sensors, please, from the ship. There we are.
Well,
Free
dang.
momentum. This life sign appears to be human and is attempting to bring itself in sync with this cord.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm sorry, it's attempting to bring itself in sync with what now?
The space corridor.
With the Doctor Who swirly time puns there.
Yeah. Are we gonna meet Wesley Crusher while he's out gallivanting about the galaxy?
Oh my god, are we?
Am I gonna be able to say "Shut up, Wesley"? Finally.
Yeah, let's do this. Oh my god, it might be Wesley Crusher. So where is this human life sign?
It's attempting to jump into this weird corridor that we're in.
Yeah,
and
like Rugon had to spend a few minutes at the sensors, but he picked it up again. And this time, because he knew what he was looking for, he got a better read on it.
Anyway, we can speed up his transfer.
You want to try and assist in this thing coming into the corridor?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I mean, it's the only
Yeah.
kind of thing we got going for us right now. We
Okay.
can't slow down. We can't speed up.
Also, GM, I was wondering, is there any way I could, like, make some medicine rolls to, like, forcefully, speed along the recovery of the doctor to wake him up?
Give me, I'll just have you do this real quick in that case. Give me a control, actually no, daring medicine, difficulty of 2. You're creating an advantage.
Okay. I will spend
A momentum.
I'll spend 3 momentum to get
Gotcha.
4 dice.
Okay. There you go. You get 2 of that momentum
Holy hell.
back.
So we should be at 5.
Okay, so
Okay.
we'll come back to that shortly. Rugon, I assume this is what you're doing. I assume you're going to be handling this. This is going to be control science, difficulty of 4, assisted by the ship's structure science. You've got a ton of momentum to spend.
Alright.
Maybe figure out how you're going to make this roll, because it is a difficulty 4.
What do you think, Upton?
You should take 1 and then 2
Oh,
and then
by the by, your theory and your testing a theory and theory into practice do come into play here.
so you're
Alright,
gonna
then
what
I
you're
get a
gonna
free
do
die.
is you're gonna take you're gonna give him 1 threat and you're gonna use up all the momentum to get maximum dice amount.
And well, actually,
Wait, so
No.
if he's got the testing theory into practice, he gets an extra die, right?
yeah, he automatically has an extra
So I
die.
start
So-
with 3.
So yeah, which means we'd have to start with 2 momentum for the next die.
So
next
you don't
die.
have to give me any threat.
Yeah, okay, no threat, just dump all the momentum in there.
And actually, because you have theory into practice, that makes it difficulty 3, I think.
It does indeed, I think.
So, there you go. Roll all 5. And for the ship, structure science.
Yes. There we are.
Okay, so how many questions you want to do here? I think we got all of them.
Very,
Like-
very funny.
5 momentum we get back.
We're
No, because it was difficult.
it's like we didn't spend it.
So
So-
you made the initial roll and you generated 3 momentum.
Yep.
Right, 3.
As-
Already spent that. Okay, I see.
As you hear the humming of the ship's warp field, as Rugan changes the quantum dynamics of the field to assist this to assist the energy signature outside trying to get in, and then it zips through. Biss looks down and he says, "Something just penetrated our shields, Captain." And with that, thunk. Something thunks into the back of the room. It's a human,
What?
male, looks up at you, says, "Oh, hey guys."
I'll turn her. I'll
Oh my
snap
God.
around. I'll snap around.
Alright, I'm going to go space myself. Take it.
I immediately walk up and slap him.
Mr. Crusher.
Wait, no.
Wait, I don't know if any of you would actually know who this is.
Yeah, I don't think you would.
Man's got records, for Christ's sake.
No, I don't
No,
think
no,
he's,
not really. Remember, he
famous.
didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, he never made it into Starfleet.
Yeah, but he was in like a big scandal in the academy.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
He's got records.
And you might know him because you're a Picard fanboy.
That's definitely true.
Squeals.
So yeah,
actually,
you might know him. The rest of us have no clue.
Captain, give me a
Inside
give me a
command.
reason command, difficulty 3.
Okay, you're gonna take a threat.
Sure.
My focus and hazard awareness work. He is a hazard. You can't give it to him.
No, nice try.
Nice.
Here, what about doesn't he have some sort of negotiation thing for negotiating
There you
with
go,
terrorists or
Captain.
something like?
Yes, you got it. Yeah. You vaguely remember from your studies of the Enterprise and its crew that for a long time this was one of the members of the bridge staff on the Enterprise. You only know because you've studied the Enterprise so extensively. Yeah, this is Wesley Crusher.
Mr. Crusher.
Oh, you know
Day.
me. Great. That's gonna save me a lot of introductions.
Captain.
And is Valak on the bridge now?
We'll say yes.
Oh, hang on.
Also, I went there too.
Everyone's there.
Yeah, you came up to the bridge to let the captain know. Hey,
I was gonna say, Captain, why did the shields go? Who is this gentleman on the bridge?
Why, Valak, can't you see we have guests for tea time?
oh, you're
Sir,
a tea.
wait.
Oh, you're a tea man too. And he leans over the rail, says, "Let me guess, Earl Grey hot."
I'd like to douse mine with a bit of whiskey, but you know, to each their own.
So,
Why are you here, Mr. Crusher?
No, how are you here, Mr. Crusher?
That is a question for another time, Commander. Why are you here, Mr. Crusher?
I think the real question is, how are you all here? I'm here because I've been spending the past few years learning how to traverse the places in between the cosmos. But, well, last time I was on a starship in this kind of situation, it was well over 10 years ago.
Are you
Well,
a Q?
no,
Cubic
he's
Q.
he's
No,
he's
he's
not
worse.
he's not a member of the continuum. We were testing out a new thing for transwarp travel, experimental tech. You know how that goes. And yeah, we're here.
Okay, well, can I be of any assistance? It doesn't sound like you were doing this on purpose. I don't think Starfleet is quite ready for this kind of travel yet.
And a 16-year-old boy is?
He's not. I don't think he's 16.
Yeah, he's like
Oh.
he at the start
Slightly
of it,
younger than I
Like
am.
to give you.
but
reference-
no, he's like 18, 19, maybe.
Well, yeah,
18,
to give you
19.
guys reference.
When he left,
This is 2377. That
yeah, I'm
fir-
trying to do math. So
Yeah, like, that first I looked it up. That episode that the first season of Next Gen was in 2364. It's been 13 years since
Okay.
since
Oh, okay. So
since
Gotcha,
he's
TNG
okay, so-
began.
Yeah, he'd
So-
be
Makes it easier for me.
27.
So
Okay.
he's probably like mid 20s.
Yeah, slightly younger than I am.
Ugh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to think about because there were actually a number of years in between the last time we saw Wesley and the end of DS9.
oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's been a bit, but
There was a lot of number fudging onto the TV shows
Yeah.
when it came to characters' ages,
So he's probably in his mid to late 20s.
and he's also a god.
Well, Mr. Crusher, we seem to be having a little problem. You see that vessel there just in front of us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it got away from us, and we're chasing it.
That's a Tolarian ship. How is it traveling that fast?
It's
mean,
probably
the
got
same
the
way
same
we are.
device. Yeah, same device that we got.
Oh, how did they get it?
Well, you see, the doctor that made the device is in our sickbay,
Oh,
and
The
he was
Tolarian.
on that ship.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Tolarian.
doctor, is he stable?
Yeah. I came out of surgery earlier. He's improving, but it'll be a while before we're able to talk to him.
Okay. Can I quickly take a look at your ship's computer readouts?
Be my guest.
Right, pardon me. And he walks over to Wogie and he looks it all over and he says, oh, okay, I see what we're dealing with here. Alright. And he turns around and he says, well, I've got some good news and bad news.
Give it to me straight.
Okay, so we are traveling in a highly directed interspace tunnel, and it's a tunnel through space that is allows a ship to traverse at a high speed. Looks like whatever your device did allowed you to jump into a lane of this special space. Now, this line of space goes on to infinity, to the end of to the edge of the universe.
and beyond.
Well, no, not and beyond. It hits the end of the universe, and that actually might be your saving grace.
To hit
So
the end of the universe and stop.
Not
what
only-
exactly happened at the edge of the universe?
Well, as I said, it's been about 13 years since I was last there, but if I'm remembering, but if the advances in technology are correct, and well, the circumstances are a little different. But when a ship, when a ship in this lane hits the end of the universe, it will rupture. It'll cause a pinpoint rupture at the end of the universe, and the ship will bounce back like a rubber band stretched out to the to its very limits.
Will that destroy the ship?
No, actually, it should deposit the ship back where it started.
Now, you see, Mr. Crusher, when I used to play around with rubber bands, I would also stretch them sometimes to their limit, and then they would smack me in the face. So, where's the smack in the face? What's the catch?
Okay, yeah, here's the catch. You know how I said when a ship hits the end of the universe, it's gonna poke a hole in it?
I'm assuming those holes aren't any good.
Yeah, you pass through that hole and you pass out of the universe. You pass into whatever the heck is beyond the universe.
Dark matter and black holes?
Oh, no. It's worse than that. It's a whole nother realm of existence.
Well,
One
I'd
that
hate to
is not
pass to another realm of existence,
One
but
that
that's...
one that I don't think I could help you back from.
That's why you're here, to help us, right?
Right, but so here's the thing. From what I'm seeing, there's another ship ahead of you.
That there is.
Sir, I believe I understand. If that
We
ship
gotta
hits,
blow it up.
No. If that ship hits first, they will be what bounces off, and we will go through the hole.
Exactly. We gotta blow it up.
Wouldn't they just crash into us? Or would they pass through us?
Oh yeah, I would not suggest using your weapons in here.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
saying if we're following directly behind them and they crash into the barrier of the universe and then rocket back towards the starting location as we're still rocketing towards the edge of the universe, would we not collide with that ship?
No. Dimensional shearing wouldn't allow. Dimensional shearing within this corridor wouldn't allow the two ships to overlap at the same time.
So we would just fly out of the hole they created.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Crusher, I'm listening to ideas.
Well, sir, while attempting to remedy the problem, I did find that we had one saving grace. We can increase speed.
Overtake them.
That'd be my assumption here.
And as for them,
That would be
there are still souls
Two
aboard that
people.
ship, you know?
Sir, I have no ideas on how to assist them. I don't know if we could tractor beam them or communicate with them. It's
Mr.
Question
Crusher,
Captain,
could you
they have
use your-
just
oh,
as
yeah.
much of a right to live as we do. We can't.
that's what I'm saying. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. So, Mr. Crusher, would you be willing to use your god powers to help us move the
It's
crew of
not
their
go-
ship to our ship?
He shakes his head and he gives you sort of, again, I can describe it so easily because you guys know Wesley Crusher. He gives that sort of Wesley Crusher grin and he says, they're not god powers, Captain. I'm not Q.
It doesn't matter. We need help
Basically.
getting them over from their ship to our ship.
I mean, it's possible, but I mean... So what do you need me to do? What do you want me to try and do?
Tell us how we can get them over from their ship to our ship.
well,
Because I'm assuming transporter beams will not work.
Well, couldn't he just snap his fingers and put them all on our
Oh, he's not Q. He just said he's not Q. I wish he
Yeah,
was Q, but
doesn't
he's
he
not
have
Q.
discount Q powers?
Pew pew.
I'm
Discount
offended.
Q. Well, she's right, you know. I've seen Q. He can do a lot of good stuff.
I'm seriously asking. Do you have the power to fix this problem?
Well, if the traveler were here with me, I'd say yes. Since he's not here, it's complicated.
Okay.
Well, we live
Thanks.
for complications, but why does the
Our
traveler
lives on the
need to
line.
be here? Have you not proved yourself already? Are you not your own person?
It's just he's way beyond where I am.
I'm gonna get like all up into his face. Are you scared, Mr. Crusher?
Oh god. Okay, here we go.
Oh God.
An omnipotent being is scared.
See, I'm not omnipotent. It's omnipotent, Captain. And
On my ship, it's omnipotent.
oh boy.
Isn't that why Joey's is not here?
As I said, I will see what I can do, but I'm
First,
I am
first
not
step.
I am not a god.
First
Baby
step.
steps, Mr.
Could
Crusher,
you
baby steps.
could you assist me? Could you assist us in potentially communicating with that ship?
That I can do.
Captain, perhaps we can open a dialogue with them.
Perhaps we could. Could you, Mr. Crusher, could you open a channel?
Okay, let's see here. Ooh, and he looks down at the auxiliary console in front of him and says, "It has been ages since I've done this." And he's gonna roll a couple dice.
Did he ever graduate from the academy?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm ensign till I die.
It's like he doesn't do it until like the last movie or whatever, right?
Give me the ship's communications command.
Yeah, Valak, give him the ship's communications command.
And someone can also give me control engineering or control science, but only one.
Rugan, give him control science. You've been rolling well so far.
Give me just a moment.
That's funny. Wow. What
Nice.
focus did
Christ
you
on
use?
the bike, I'm rolling well today.
Wow.
I'll allow quantum mechanics.
Perfect, thank you.
So, yeah, you generate a momentum.
Yep, that was just me being a dopey bastard and forgetting to turn that off. But excellent, thank you.
So, after a couple of seconds, the Talarian captain shows up on the screen.
Captain, greetings.
You still don't quit, do you, Starfleet?
Now, you listen to me, and you listen to me very well, because if you don't listen to me, we will all be dead. Do you understand? Are you listening? Do I have your undivided attention, Mr. Talarian Captain?
Are you trying to threaten me, Captain?
I'm not trying to threaten you. I am going to be spitting straight facts, like some of my crew members would say. Now, like I said, listen very carefully, for I will say this only once. Once we hit the edge of the universe, we die. Do you understand? Both of us die.
Give me a Daring command. Difficulty of actually it's difficulty opposed. Because what you're doing right now, Jacoby, is you're bluffing.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
You're gonna take one
Gambling?
threat. Yeah,
Does
gambling
take into
focus.
account?
What other focuses do you have?
Diplomacy, negotiation, hazard awareness.
Negotiation works. You're
Okay, you're gonna take a threat, and I'm gonna spend 2 additional momentum for a 4th die.
Okay, and I will spend that threat and 2 more to give him 3 dice or 4 dice on his insight roll.
Oh my goodness!
Oh crap!
I can reroll that one.
Jesus.
Better, but I'm
Do-
thinking
do
I
you
could
have-
also use my
I was gonna say determination.
yeah, I could also use my determination. But I don't think any value applies, so I'm just gonna straight up use a milestone that I got last
doesn't
time.
work that way. You have to have a focus either way.
Yeah.
I have a focus, but
No,
sorry,
uh,
not focus. You have to have
determination
a
anyway.
you have to have
okay.
a
Would
value.
any of my values work here?
What are they?
Insatiable curiosity, exploring to test new theories. Throughout the handbook and wrote on my own. The price of peace is vigilance.
What were those last 2? Throughout the handbook and wrote my own, and the price of peace is vigilance. I will allow throughout the handbook and wrote my own. You're doing cowboy diplomacy.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's totally doing cowboy diplomacy. Like, this is just ridiculous.
You're BSing.
Kirk would be proud.
Better, and I'll reroll that one.
You already did.
Better, but because I gave you threat, I get to reroll. So
But you had already rolled once.
Oh, he just he re-rolled all the
I'll
die
count those
there,
first
so, yeah.
2. So that's you.
Yeah,
rolled 4
that's
successes.
better. Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it will be 0, 2, 1, 1, the final roll.
Mm-hmm. I
Yep.
just need to. This'll do. Insight, command. He's gonna roll 4. And he's gotta hit every one of them to even tie you. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Fortunately, he doesn't have any kind of insight focus, so he only scored 3 successes.
Holy crap, we barely made that. Okay.
So you generate a momentum. What do you mean we both die?
Well, as Mr. Crusher here behind me explained, he's a very well experienced space traveler and kind of a god. I don't know if you've read up about him, but you can do that in your spare time while you're flying around. Once we hit the edge of the universe, your ship will create a hole. That hole will bounce only one ship back, and the other ship will get completely consumed by it. Now, and we will escape into the edge of the universe where another total realm exists. We're not even sure what's going on over there. The point of the matter is, we're trying to save as many lives as we can by all huddling together on my ship and bouncing back to where we began, and then parting our separate ways.
The Talarian leans in and looks at you and says, "So the first ship to reach the end of the universe goes home."
No, the first ship to reach the end of the universe will get overtaken.
That's what you said? Okay. Sorry.
Will get overtaken.
Okay. I'm sorry, I missed that. I thought it was like, is he giving away his whole hand again? Because he's done this before. Give me another presence command opposed. This time I'm only spending 1 threat, though.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 2 threat and spend 1 momentum for an additional 2 dice.
How much threat? 1?
2.
2 threat
2
and
nice.
1 momentum.
Okay. I'll take it.
I'm gonna reroll that one. Wait. It's a 19. That's a 19, yeah. I have to roll presence. So 2021.
Okay, so that's 5 successes. You rolled 3 successes, you gain 2 momentum. He says, well then, I suppose we have no other, I suppose we have no other course of action then. How do you suggest getting us out of this fine mess?
We will find a way to transport you over to my ship. Once we're aboard my ship, we will accelerate to the point, well, where we can't physically stop anymore, and then once we hit the edge of the universe, we bounce back.
Are you suggesting that my entire crew pile onto your dinky little ship?
How much crew do you have, sir?
Let me think. They're scale 4, so in that case, I'll do this.
Oh crap! Are we about to lose our ship?
279.
It'll be a tight fit, but I think we can fit you all in. And yes, once we return, I hereby solemnly swear to let you go and not interfere with your plans. You did cause significant damage to an ally of the Federation, but it was a private transaction and thus of no concern of mine or the Federation's. You will be equipped with, well, you will be driven to the nearest starbase, you and your entire crew, and you will be released.
Give me a presence command difficulty of 3.
Okay, you're gonna take another threat. I'll spend 2 more momentum.
I'm gonna spend that and 1 more threat to increase your complication range by 1.
Okay, got it. We generated 2 momentum.
Nice. Okay. He says, very well. I will make sure the word gets out and that my people will begin preparing to leave.
Keep in mind, this should be done in a relatively quick order. We still have to get you over here, so have your crew ready as soon as possible. In the meantime, we'll theorize on how to get you all over here and where to fit you. Captain Jacoby out.
And, Crusher looks over the rail. He says, how are you going to fit 279 people on a starship built for what I can only guesstimate to be
70.
100 tops?
70 people.
We do have a completely empty hangar bay. We could put a good 70, 80 people there, and then we'll just have to cram them in like sardines.
The holodeck too is a possibility, yes.
Exactly. Through the science of the actually, couldn't you fit an infinite number of people in the holodeck?
There is a limit. There is a limit.
Yeah.
I mean, the holodeck is a floor which moves as you walk along it, and it projects a holographic image.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, you could. It is still a big room. You could fit a bunch of people in there.
Right. So between the hangar bay, the holodeck,
and the cargo bays.
The cargo bays, 10 forward or whatever 10 forward is on this ship.
We don't have 10 forward on this.
You have the
mess hall.
The mess hall.
Mess hall. Thank you. You have plenty of big rooms where a good 50, 60 people could stand next to each other like sardines.
Like, it's about the size of TOS Enterprise, and that fit like 400 people. We're going full Spartan, but Christ, we're gonna have to pack people in. Like,
yeah, unfortunately, I rolled a 97 and a 90 on that, so I rolled a little on the higher end.
It's gonna be tight, but I think we can make it. Mind you, though, these are all cutthroat mercenaries, and well, we're doing this for the good of humanity because every life matters, Doctor, right?
Yeah, that's true, sir.
Question, Captain. What's to prevent them from... actually, Regan to sort of, if he can sort of quietly ask, Captain, if we do this, what's to prevent them from simply taking the ship?
Absolutely nothing. And this, Lieutenant Regan, is where we put our trust in, well, in people.
Well, sir, we could
well-
put in safety protocols to make sure that if the ship is overtaken, it
we could.
will self-destruct.
Let's just say it like this, Commander Valak, you and I will be standing ready with the self-destruct codes at any given moment.
We could lock the doors to the we could restrict helm access we could restrict helm access to the bridge and then lock the doors to the bridge. I mean,
Obviously, but these are all theories for now, and we have no reason to believe they will act this way. If they do, I would rather this ship explode and us with it than to fall in the hands of pirates.
Yeah, good idea. I'll tap my communicator. Chief Medical Officer to sick bay. What's the status on Dr. Chair?
Well, again, he's gonna need a minor treatment for some of these burns, but once that's done, I think it'll be safe to bring him around with minimal pain.
Commander Verloc, we could bring Dr. Chair around if he would assist in your efforts to speed up or whatever your engineering harebrained scheme is going to be.
I suppose we can try, yes.
Well, but first things first, Mr. Crusher, we need a way to get those people off the other ship.
Right. I'll see if I can work some of my engineering magic.
Good. In the meantime, start prepping this can of sardines for a lot of sardines.
And he walks down around and he says, just like old times.
I'll mumble under my breath, oh, shut up, Wesley.
He says, just like old times. And as he walks by Regan, he says, oh, we even have a Klingon. Really like old times. And he leaves.
Oh,
It's okay, Lieutenant Regan. We will tell him to shut up once we are back in our own galaxy.
I just had a thought, Captain.
Shoot.
If I'm not mistaken, Dr. Chair said something in regards to these systems being designed to operate almost in tandem, did he not?
Did he? GM? Did he?
In tandem?
GM, did he say something about these things being linked?
Oh yes, because he was gonna use the two to That's right, because he was gonna use the fact that the two propulsion systems were in comms with each other to monitor each other's status.
What if we were to, say, dock the ships one on top of the other and use this link to coordinate the drive systems to maneuver both at the same time?
Okay, like you want to do like
the
I think they
USS
did
Prometheus.
like in Voyager they did a thing with the Nova class that they were into where that's like they were traveling with each other, like on top of each
the
other.
Prometheus.
Indeed, like Tinker Toys, Captain.
Mhm.
I
Like
see.
Voltrons, kind of.
That might be an alternative. Hang on. Bridge to Mr. Crusher. Come in.
Crusher here.
Get your ass back here, boy.
And after about, maybe 10-15 seconds, the door opens again, and Wesley strolls back onto the bridge. He says, "Lucky you got me. I was about to step onto a turbo lift."
My lieutenant over here has had an interesting idea. The doctor that designed these transwarp systems told us that they should be synced mostly, and Lieutenant Rugan here said, why don't we ride on top of the big ship and use them as an anchor?
Oh, and he points at Rugan and says, like Tinker Toys.
Exactly.
Okay, well, if the two systems are linked, that changes things. That could work. I'm gonna have to work with you, and, he turns to you, Captain, and says, your pilot is...
I'll point to Zonin.
Ah,
I'll point it to Zonin.
Okay. Sorry, layout of this ship is a little different from what I'm used to. Okay, great. Yeah, we can make this work. I'm gonna, you're going to have to, oversee the synchronization of the two warp bubbles. He points to you, Rugan. He says, and I'm gonna need to help you, and he points to you, to Zonin. He says, I'm gonna need, wait. He points at your cybernetic antenna. He says, can you uplink with the ship's systems with that?
Yes.
Oh, that's perfect. And he walks around and he says, I can initiate a contact with you, and with your connection to the ship's systems, I should be able to improve our odds.
Sounds good.
Before we do any of this, Mr. Crusher, I think I have the right to tell the other captain what we're about to do.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, get him on the horn.
And after a couple seconds, the captain appears and he says, are you ready to begin transport, Captain?
We have found an alternative solution, and I think it's one that you'll appreciate. Your ship can remain intact. We have found a way to both make it through this alive with our ships both intact by riding on top of your ship.
What?
So you see, the idea that my lieutenant here has suggested is if the Hadfield were to ride on top of your ship, like on the roof of your ship, where we would act as a singular ship, the edge of the universe would recognize us as a singular ship and bounce us both back at the same time.
But wouldn't the first ship be destroyed, as you said?
If we're two together, the strength of our warp bubble will prevent common destruction.
Give me a presence command difficulty of 2, because you're... actually, I will spend 2 threat, difficulty of 3, because you're lying.
I'll give you those 2 threat back and spend the momentum.
Thank you, and I will spend that 2 threat to increase the complication range. So
It wouldn't have mattered, but I won it.
Okay.
What the hell, Rugan?
Okay. And he has to roll opposed. Oh, actually, no. No, it's not opposed. It's just, you rolled it. So, he says, very well, just let us know what we must do.
Relay the coordinates, relay the exact speed that you're going at, and relay any information which might help sync our 2 warp bubbles together to my science officer.
Very well. Will that be all?
That will be all. Captain Jacoby out.
Said, not bad.
Yeah, I have a way with bullshitting people, don't I?
Yeah. Picard
Wait,
never could've
wasn't that the truth?
No, the truth is his ship would have lived and we would have died, but this way nobody dies.
Okay. Okay.
But he doesn't know that, so shh.
Okay.
Half truth. All right. Well then, I guess, let's get started.
Indeed.
All right. And he turns to you, Tizone, and says, now I'm gonna need you to keep us straight and properly in line with the Tolarian ship as we go. I'm gonna use my abilities to propel us straight into the end of the universe. Through you. Yeah, this is gonna be a trip. Man, I have not done something like this in a long time.
We know, Mr. Crusher. Just make it happen.
Didn't say make it so. Wow, come
Man,
on.
sorry, yeah, I'll point forward from my chair and I'll say, make it so.
Make it so, Mr. Crusher. Alright, let's get to work. And he rubs his hands. And, so, first thing that's gonna have to be done is, Jueza, you're gonna have to do a control...
Jueza's not here, you mean
Not
Tizonin, probably.
Tizonin. Control con, difficulty 3, complication range 3 to position the Hadfield.
If
Can I
you
take
got
a dice?
determinations, now's the time.
Or actually,
Yeah.
first thing that's got to be done, my mistake, engineer has to make a daring engineering difficulty 3
Oh, okay.
complication range 2 in order to stoke up the speed of the Hadfield, bring you into
That is true.
bring you into maneuvering range of the Tolarian vessel
I will put the pedal to the metal. Let's see.
and overcome its wake.
So take this momentum. Yeah, you can give him threat.
No, wait, I was gonna say, I'm gonna assume on to the next miracle
Yeah.
will apply here.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I'll take 2 momentum.
Oh, okay. So you're not giving me threat then?
No threat for you.
Okay.
And then it was, what engineering again?
Daring.
With a comp range of 2, was it?
That's enough. You gain a momentum.
Can I take an extra dice?
You may.
Yeah, now it's gonna be daring con.
Take an
I'm
extra
sorry,
dice and go ahead and take 2 additional threat,
sorry.
so you're going to be rolling 4.
It's
Me? 4?
daring con, and I think you do have that. Don't you have that precision maneuvering thing?
That would be only if something is obstructing our path or something like that.
Yeah, you don't.
I think.
Oh, but what's the Hadfield's thing? Improved reaction control.
Improved reaction control, yeah. When a hazard or obstacle would increase a task, reduce it by 1.
Oh, I consider the situation that you guys are in,
A hazard.
this corridor, a hazard.
Okay.
So that brings
Cool.
it down to 2.
Okay, so you don't take the threat, only take the momentum, so you're rolling 3 dice.
Although, if he takes a threat, he gets a reroll because he has.
Yeah. Yes,
Oh.
bold.
He's got
Then take two threat, you'll be rolling 4 dice.
Okay.
You can do it, Tev.
Go ahead.
And
Yeah,
engine's
you
con.
got
Kick
it.
it, Tars.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
And engine's con.
Oh, shit, coming up. Yep, there we go.
Okay, so
That's
how
6
many
three
more
momentum.
overs that?
3 momentum.
yeah.
Now, Rugan, you have to make me a control science assisted by the ship's engines science.
Alright, quantum mechanics work as a focus.
Yes, and the difficulty of this check will be, I'm spending 2 threat, 4.
The ship just rolled a 2, buddy, so have
Marvelous.
3 momentum for an additional 2 dice.
Wait, I only need. That would bring me up to 5.
No, it wouldn't,
Because I'm
because
testing
you
a
start.
theory.
Oh, testing a theory,
That's
right?
right, yep. No,
Then
so
we
just
need
take-
then we need to spend all
just take
3 to
2.
get your
Here, I don't think
No,
we
no,
need that
just
many.
take
I
2.
only need to get 2.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
think
Take
we
the,
need to
take
spend
the,
any
take the
momentum, to
3
be perfectly
momentum.
honest with
Take the
you.
3 momentum for a 4th die. 3 momentum.
No, 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 no.
No, only 2 momentum.
Only 2. Okay,
He
take
just
the
takes
2
2
momentum for a
momentum.
4th die.
Alright. There we are.
That is 6 successes against a difficulty 4 check. You get 2 momentum. So you're back where you started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that works because you were doing something with the warp bubble, which you did before.
Yep.
So this is actually a different thing, not to do with the sensors or anything. This is because you did that weird thing with the shields earlier.
Yep.
So yep, now you're all synced up, and so Wesley gets up next to you, to Zone, and he says, "All right, let's do this." And he claps his hand on your shoulder. He is going to make a control science difficulty 3 check to give you basically a super advantage.
Can we give him momentum?
Yes, you can. How much do you want
We
to
will
give?
give him 3 momentum for 2 additional dice.
Ooh! Mwah!
Mwah.
That
Is
is.
Wesley Crusher statted in the books?
I don't know if he is, but I scribbled down some stats for this earlier. So
Alright.
that's 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 against the
Jeez.
difficulty 3. He gains you 4 momentum,
Jesus.
which gets you 1 higher than where you were before. As Tazonin, you feel the a wave of energy wash over you, and all at once you feel you know where you are going. You are going straight ahead to your destination. And nothing can stop you from traveling to where you need to go.
Don't stop me now.
And I need you.
Having such a good.
Yep. And
He's
I-
off on a ball.
And I need you to make me a daring con difficulty of 4 check.
Oh dear.
You can do this.
Determinations?
I don't think so.
You
Never tell me
should-
the
Eddie.
odds.
Oh,
That's a good one.
values. Yeah, okay. Never tell me the odds. Yeah, let's do it.
And are you gonna spend any momentum?
Yes, we're
or
also
threat?
gonna
I think we can spend
2
all
that
of this.
momentum.
Yeah,
So
2
5
momentum,
dice?
yeah.
Or,
No, for
No.
3.
When you do determination, that's 1 die that's already a crit. So that's 1 die. We spend 2 more, that gives you another die, which you can re-roll. So you're going to be rolling 3 dice.
Wait,
Yeah,
why can
3
you
dice.
re-roll the third one? Why can
I'm
he
so-
re-roll?
doesn't he have the?
He is
doesn't he
daring.
have the weird-
He has bold.
Oh,
I thought it was his weird thing that he did the breakthrough.
yeah, then take 2 threat then.
Okay.
Oh, that's a
Yes.
comm work, I guess. Sorry.
Okay, I am going to increase the complication range to 2.
Okay.
Okay. Roll my 3 dice. Got a focus going. Looking sexy.
And the ship's engine's con as well.
Did
Oh,
I
dude,
die?
seriously, you can re-roll one of those?
Ah!
And the ship?
Oh god, let's hope this ship rolls something good. Engines, con.
You just need one.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay,
You got it.
yep,
We got
that
the
is-
4.
That is 4 successes.
Christ.
As the ship lurches forward, you will guys all do the shimmy,
Shimmy. Hit.
and you feel the impact as both ships rattle against each other, and then all at once you feel like the ship is being pulled back. It's that thing where like it's like it takes all that you have to not get pulled out of your seats, and all that Rugan, Tizonin, Crusher, and Jueza have to not go flying into their consoles.
So
Maselli
okay.
probably braces herself against like the wall.
I was gonna say, Maselli and I are standing up, so
Yeah, we just get thrown backward.
Yeah, you guys get thrown about.
well, I think I'm like over the railing now or something, you know.
Yeah, I get
And then
thrown against the. I get thrown out the
it's
front.
like 20 seconds pass. He says, "All right, just keep holding. As long as we don't fall out of the corridor, it should snap us back." And bam, the shaking stops. Hang on. You look at the view screen, and
Are we back to where we started?
someone give me a reason science difficulty 1, assisted by the ship's sensor science, so it's difficulty 0.
Forgot you
We
can
don't
do
need to
this.
roll it at that point. It's just auto succeeded.
You gonna auto succeed? Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, thank God.
And the other ship?
It's there too. It's pulling away.
Shouldn't.
Yep.
Get me that ship on the horn, please.
In all fairness, Captain, you did tell them that day you'd go your separate ways.
Give me that ship on the horn, please.
Aye, Captain, at once.
He shows.
But, sir, they did attack the doctor and left him for dead. So perhaps we should. They did commit a crime, no?
Captain
also-
of the Tellarite ship.
Talarian.
Captain of the
Tellarian.
Tellarian ship. Are we in contact?
Yes, you are.
Congratulations on getting out. Told you we'd make it.
Likewise, Captain.
Now it's time to hold up my end of the bargain. Like I said, you did a private deal with the doctor, and it is none of the Federation's concern what goes on in private dealings of other people. Therefore, you are free to go wherever you please.
Okay, I'll
Be
I'll
mindful,
just kind of,
however.
yeah.
Be mindful, however, should you do any acts of piracy, we know you, and we've got your ship registry number. Be careful out there.
Thank you for your concern, Captain. It is appreciated. And the
Yeah.
Talarian
We
cuts
can't-
the comms.
We can't let them just motor off with that other thing, though.
Sometimes the lesser evil is just
Captain, they
letting
still
it
have the
slide.
device, however. They are still more than able to go to warp whatever.
Let them go. Let them go to the edge of the universe and poke holes for all I care. We have
Yes,
our
I-
device.
I'm just seriously concerned as to what they might do with that technology in
Indeed.
other, or who they might sell it to, as it were.
You yourself said, Mr. Rugan, that the devices are synced. Therefore,
Indeed.
once we turn over this device to the nearest starbase, the starbase will be able to track them. I have officially washed my hands of this.
Actually,
I am
sir,
taking the true neutral path.
sir, perhaps if
Neutral
they
path.
are synced, perhaps we can send a signal that might cause some trouble on that.
That, if you wish to do that, Commander, is all up to you. I have officially washed my hands, and I'm upholding my end of the bargain.
Cool. So I wish to try and wreck their device.
Remotely? Neat.
Yes.
This will be a daring engineering, difficulty 3, assisted by the ship's communications security.
And can I ask for Rugan's help as well?
Sure.
Cool.
Rugan is very conflicted about helping because. Is it honourable to sucker punch him like that?
Well,
It is a pretty fucking dangerous piece of technology.
It's pretty fucking. So what kind of role is it in?
I mean, it's like letting a bunch of mobsters walk away with a jet engine strapped to a pickup truck.
You're right. There's no harm in. Yeah, let's blow it the fuck up.
Well,
What
you're
do we
not,
do?
you're not blowing it up. You're just
No, we're sabotaging it. Yeah.
so that when
They'll
they
probably
try
kill
to,
themselves before they do anything with it, though.
Yeah, essentially you're sabotaging it so that when they try to reverse engineer it, it's all burned out.
Yes,
Yep.
that's a good plan. Here. All right. So what am I rolling for that?
I
So
mean, it will
daring
require,
engineering.
however, you guys burning out your side of it as well.
That's totally fine.
We have schematics, we're fine.
That is fine. We have data proving that it works, and that should be more than enough for him to finish his thing. And not to mention that this is. What's it called? Not to mention that he's got his own. Yes. Yeah, that should work.
Yep.
She should be alright with this.
So I'll give you a threat and 2 momentum.
Alright, what kind of role is this?
Oh, you're assisting for is it daring engineering for him as well, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Daring engineering. I'm not very good at this, but let's try it. Bit better than 50-50.
But yeah, you're assisting me, and we'll see what happens.
There we
Yeah,
are.
And assisted by the ship's. What did you say?
Communications and communication security, actually. Nothing, but you still do it, and you gain a momentum in the process. As Velaki, your side of the system burns out, and you can only presume that the other side has as well.
Well,
When they try to sell this thing, it'll be totally worthless.
Mr.
If they
Crusher,
were
I
even
know
planning
you
on
had.
selling it, because I mean, remember, the Talarians don't have particularly advanced tech,
Oh yeah, they're not super advanced, but
so it's entirely possible that this was just a play to get themselves some more advanced tech.
which they don't have now. Mr. Crusher, I know you had brought up concerns about Starfleet having such technologies. I believe those are alleviated.
I wouldn't say they were concerns, really. Just, I was a bit surprised to see that you guys had worked it out. It was certainly a unique experience, and, well, you're all
Unique. We almost died.
Indeed. Well, we almost die every week. This was in a unique way.
Exactly.
That was my point.
Exactly. Now, you're all a pretty impressive bunch of folks.
Aw,
still
thanks, Bay.
I
Aw.
still prefer the Enterprise, but what are you gonna do?
Hey, fuck you.
Anyhow, right work there, and he points to you, to Zone. He says, "You're a real natural. If you ever find yourself in my neck of the universe again, give me a call." And with that, he turns around. He looks towards where the view screen is. He runs at it. He leaps into the air towards it, and just he's gone. Tizonin.
Oh, shut up, Wesley.
Tizonin, on
Yes?
your sheet under traits, I want you to write in the Traveler.
Oh shit.
Traits.
Tev is going to cheat on Zero with Wesley.
Oh my gosh.
What the hell?
And at this moment, the door opens, and because I know now that there's a hallway beyond there, you hear Nurse Racky's voice yelling, and it says, "Hey, come back here! No, you are not allowed to be out of your bed." And Dr. Chair comes storming through the door. Says,
Dr.
"All
Chair.
right, what happened?"
Miss Sully's going to turn around and just give him the meanest glare she can and say, "What the fuck is wrong with you? You could have gotten all of us killed."
I'll poke my head just above the doctor, say, Dr. Chair, if you wanted to find out what happened, you shouldn't have taken such a big nap.
Well, I'm sorry that I got stabbed in the back by my own security group. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
I mean, you can't say I didn't warn you, Doctor.
I cannot.
Now, Doctor, as the commanding officer of the ship, I hereby order you to go back to bed immediately.
But what happened? How did the test go?
I'll summon 2 security
Terribly.
officers to flank him on his sides. Gentlemen,
We will.
would you please escort him back to the bed in the sickbay? It went well, Doctor, quite well.
Oh,
I will send you a report. I have it.
well, see, that's all I wanted to know. And he turns around and he leaves. The exasperated nurse just looking at you, Doctor.
Lol.
I'm going to give the nurse I'm sorry you have to put up with him look.
And she
Captain,
leaves.
the next time crew reports are in, I'm requesting Racky gets a promotion. Racky
Oh,
was
the
the nurse who was dealing with him.
That's funny.
And Biss turns around and he says, well, I'm just glad that's over. And before we end,
I wonder what's next.
And before we end, there's one last thing I want to do. It's sort of an unrelated to this whole episode thing, but I forgot to. Well, I was gonna do it earlier before the whole episode hit off, but the captain never went back to his ready room. At some point, Captain, I assume you go to your ready room.
Yeah, of course.
Probably
It's been a long day.
For the first time since you got back on duty.
Been a long day.
Yeah.
Just need to unwind.
Yeah, you walk into your room. There's a box on your desk.
Oh, good God! What is it now?
It's got it's got a little Starfleet insignia on it.
Let's open it.
Inside is a small notice for you, explaining that due to some of your most recent activities and actions, especially in the face of imminent danger, you are being awarded with the Christopher Pike Medal of Valor.
For holding a grenade up to my face.
Yay!
Sweet.
That's sweet. I didn't realize they named an award after Christopher Pike.
If it were up to me, I would have given you a medal for blowing up my parents as well.
A prestigious medal awarded to Starfleet officers in recognition of remarkable leadership, meritorious conduct, and acts of personal bravery. The character must be an officer in a command or leadership position who has led their crew in a succession of several difficult missions and faced personal danger on at least 2 of them. Once permission, when the character uses your direct task, instead of rolling normally, you can treat your d20 as if it had rolled a 1.
Oh, so auto crit. Cool.
Yep.
But
That's
once
really
permission.
cool.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
just write down under your medals and such that you have the Christopher Pike Medal of Valor.
Done. And I wrote down the effect as well.
Yep. So, you sit back in your seat as slowly and at a much more sane pace, the Hadfield slides off into the night. And that is where we will end, where few men have gone before.
I love how he just cut us off at the pass with this one with the actual music.
Cool.